come forward and said, yes, there was weird
things. Did anybody
things.
see anything? Because we saw something on the radar last night, very big. You know, if
Okay,
they just came
I
forth
heard
to the
on
news, I
documentary
could have brought my
that,
pictures out and said, look, I was there and saw it.
The people in the radar, the people in the radar control, what do you call it, control room, they could lose their jobs if they say that.
Yeah, people like Ronnie can lose his job. He works in the petroleum industry, so he's a UFO abductee, and he can lose his job too if he says too much. Right on here with me right now, and that's why he's being really cool. Actually, coming on, very brave gentleman.
Yeah. Do you think it's because is it more of a perception thing that they want to be taken serious, or they want it to be hush hush because they think it's real? What do you guys think?
I think the damn ET are probably running the damn show. You ever see the John Carpenter movie, The Thing? I think that some of the people in our higher government aren't who they claim to be, and we need to do a blood test on them.
I agree. I totally agree with Ronnie, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a problem with the DNA of a humanoid that's in your political structure, I think that as citizens, you deserve to have a blood test done on that humanoid.
Yeah, I think if you work in the government, you should be required to have a genetic blood test and make sure you are who you say you are.
And you're actually human.
Right.
I know this is fiction, but still, we can learn from fiction. If you ever seen any of the movies of the Marvel, the comics, the X-Men, where they had registered for metahumans or I forgot what they call, because DC has their word for it. Marvel comics and their movies, they have a word for it, but they have like what's basically a register, what happens in reality, and that's part of the Professor X versus Magneto. There will be a lot of people who would have trouble with us having basically a register to see if you're human or not. Even if it were true about people looking for ETs. Trust me, I think a good model, and yes, it's fiction, but we can still learn from it. If you haven't seen it, guys, check out. I'm serious about this. Check out the Marvel movies of the X-Men about the registering of the mutants. Is what they call it. Mutants in Marvel, and in DC they call them metahumans, I think.
Yeah,
and
that's
because
right.
basically you would be doing the same thing what happened in World War II with the Japanese.
Yeah, but
and
this is what we do. No, these kids are looking at this stuff like superheroes, like they're amazing superheroes, but everyone can do this stuff. We all can do it. You can do that. You just have to imagine it in your mind, realize it in your mind, meditate, and become it. And you can do it. You can do these things yourself. Like everyone is capable of. It's not. You are the superhero. You are the superhero.
Our brain is like a computer. We hadn't even figured out how to turn it on yet.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Well, I was just going to say that's why I love the superhero. I collect vintage superhero comic books too, both Marvel and DC, and Charlton comic books too as well. I have basically a library of vintage comics, Star Wars to superheroes.
Yeah,
but that's what I love about that, because back then.
You know what? I've tried to do the moves of almost every superhero. I love it, but you are the superhero. Each and every one of us. You are the superhero, and you can be that, right?
You can aspire to certain features of pushing oneself to be a speed reader, for instance. Instead of maybe having the superpower of speed, you can try to be a speed reader or speed at work when you're bored at work and you're doing dishes and you challenge yourself to do faster, or maybe memory. Maybe that's someone's superpower. What we can glean from these new godlike stories that we tell each other. It's kind of like in Ancient Aliens, They had a special about superheroes on the History Channel, and it's so it's so awesome how they connect how in ancient times, similar to like what we talked about in regards to astrology, how it was the precursor to astronomy, because that's what our ancestors could interpret at the time. Well, the gods of of Egypt and other ancient civilizations, maybe thousands of years, if we don't bomb ourselves to death as a species and our planet, maybe thousands of years or 1,000 or a few hundred years in the future, people will run across these weird, colorful books called comic books, and these, it's like, oh, maybe these are some kind of gods. And if language is lost in the future, perhaps they would see that as, Captain America being some kind of god, and because of the way that we told the tales, and as well as Superman, Batman, and all these others. And I think basically what we see right now with the superhero movement, if you will, I think it's like real time of the creation of the notion, as an atheist I'm speaking, the notion of gods, the belief in gods, the storytelling of gods. What we are doing with our superhero motif, both in literature as well as movies, I think basically that's maybe some of what our ancient ancestors did. Perhaps what we see in ancient Egypt, or we see in the European continent, some of the tales there as well, the Middle East, in Asia, all of them, Africa. Maybe they were just simply entertainment at first, and maybe some truth to them, and it just kind of took on, just kind of got gruesome legs, and the stories just evolved to be what we call gods today. Maybe that's what the superhero movement of today, this zeitgeist, using that word, maybe this zeitgeist of superheroes, maybe that's what's going on with us in modern time. It's just the 21st century version of
Ronnie.
Tutankhamun.
Ronnie, have you ever been able to manipulate reality with your thoughts?
I've tried, and I haven't had any luck, because I know some of these guys that encounter these UFOs and stuff like that. They, I talked to one guy, man. He got photographic memory after they came into his bedroom, and I'm like, man, where's mine? I haven't got anything, man, from being in contact with these guys. They hadn't fixed anything, but I had a guy tell me if I actually had aliens in my house, that I would suffer like infections and stuff like that. And when he told me that, he goes, because I said, what are you talking about? And he said, yeah, you would have some kind of infections like, and almost die from them. And there for a while, I had these real bad staph infections, and they sent the test off, and the doctor treated it like staph, and he used some of the most powerful antibiotics out there. And he said, if this one don't work, I'm going to have to go to the CDC in Dallas and have a antibiotic built. And this was just happening, in my house. And I was like, crap, I thought, holy shit, that's probably from having aliens in my house, and it tested negative for staph. Every test they sent in, negative for staph.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interject. I was just saying the CDC is in Atlanta, actually. Unless they have an office in Dallas that I don't know about.
They have a CDC, and they can build antibiotics. I had one friend that actually went over there, and they could use a certain antibiotics out here in public, and then once that one don't work, they can send you over there and they develop one for you. And I was close to getting to go to that thing.
Hearing what you're saying about there, it makes me think about, and I read about this and also saw it on TV as well. Stephen Hawkins, the scientist, English scientist, a few years ago, he came out and said he kind of wrote a piece about it, and he's also been on TV, kind of spreading word about it. It's been a few years now. I think more people are starting to actually listen to Stephen Hawkins about this. Stephen Hawkins basically is, and it ties in actually with my most recent novel, paperback, Visitor's Arrival, Amazon.com. he's basically warning us, is like, you know what, maybe we shouldn't be so anxious to try to get aliens to come to our system, because, you know, what if it's like the Europeans and the Native Americans, only we're the Native Americans? What if, usually what happens in such a...
Yeah, I'm like the first Native American that saw a wagon train and went back to the tribal council and tried to tell them, and everybody laughed at him. It's crazy.
Is there? There's an unknown number calling. Hello, are you there?
Yeah. What do y'all think about space niggers from outer space?
What? I didn't get that one. Okay, forget that.
Is that Willie?
No, I don't know what that was.
That was Willie.
I don't know. We're going to end that. It's just you and me now, Ronnie.
Are we still on?
Yeah, just you and me, Ronnie.
All right.
Well, I had to mute that, whatever that was. I'm not going to listen to that, you know.
Because I've heard that before.
I ain't going to listen to that. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Hate that.
But I had these like heat bumps, and then they just got more infected, and I went to the doctor, and he gave me some antibiotics, and then it just kept getting more infected and more infected. I ended up having to go up there, and they lanced the thing open, and they were sticking these scissors all the way to the handles up inside me, cutting pus pockets up.
Oh my God! I gotta go get my dog.
You don't want to have to go. I would not want to have to go through that again. And I ended up bleaching my whole house. It's like, and it was, it's very possible that it was because of the bacteria that those damn things put in my house when they were running around. Something that our body's not used to. And they said that's the kind of stuff that would happen if you were actually made contact with an alien. You would get that kind of stuff. But I know they sent samples off. So they're building an antibiotic out there somewhere for that type of infection. Because they said that's what they do. Once they find a new infection, they use that infection to build an antibiotic for it.
Wow. That's kind of like almost like the what do they call it? X-Files shit with that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But they said that's exactly the kind of stuff that you would have happen to you if you had aliens in your house.
Okay. Now you work for the oil company, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is nuts. And you got Indians popping holes in your pipes when you're trying to do your work, right?
Yeah, that was... And it's crazy out there.
That is crazy.
They call themselves water protectors, and then they cut holes in the lines. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
It's like, that's a strange way to protect water.
I know. That's nuts, man.
It's like you're trying to get it. And the fact is, they never should have had to go over there under that anyway. You know? And because the original course of the pipeline was the safest route. And they denied on access to the safest route, so they had to go with a plan B, an alternate route, which required them to drill under a lake. And if you're, and that's the way our society is now, man. We shoot ourselves in the foot.
Why do you think do you really think we need petroleum, though? Do you, in your heart, do you think we really need that?
Oh, yeah, once you have to realize that everything, even if we didn't need gasoline anymore, we still need petroleum. Your rubber tires, the insulation on your wires for your power lines, the plastics that we use, the asphalt for the highways, it's even an oil byproduct that the farmers spray on their fields to make crops grow. insecticides that keep the insects from eating our crops up. It's all petroleum based.
I know that. I'm a farmer.
And so,
I know that.
Yeah. Did I accidentally hang up on you guys, or
no? Who's there?
This is Joseph.
Joseph. All right. Okay. Yeah. The Skype drop.
Oh, sorry.
So,
but we do. Yeah, I'm saying as an environmental activist, and when I said I went to D.C. one time in the Capitol, because it was dealing with the Yucca Mountain situation back in 2002. I was a delegate for what's called Nebraska's for Peace, out from Lincoln, Nebraska. And me and 3 other people from Nebraska, we lobbied our senators against the Yucca Mountain, which is about taking spent nuclear fuel, 77,000 tons of it, and they wanted to transport all that into a depository just outside of Las Vegas, not far from Las Vegas. Well, we lobbied against that, and it kind of worked. It just kind of got gummed up in the system, so it never passed, and it didn't necessarily fail. So as environmental action.
Hey, you guys! I got an idea.
Wean off of this stuff.
Listen to me. I might leave you on live, and it'll end in 1 hour and 23. So if I got to go to work and I just leave, I'm going to leave you guys on live, okay? It'll just keep going, okay?
So we're going to be...
You will be yes, I'm serious.
We are running the show.
So it'll be Ronnie and Joseph running the show. That's it.
Okay.
If you want to do it.
That's fine. I mean, I don't know. Is it Ronnie? Is it?
Okay. It'll be the Ronnie and Joseph's show. I'll rename it tomorrow.
I can deal with that.
Okay. If you guys want to keep going, and you keep going, I'll just turn my microphone off, and I'll get ready for work. You still have an hour and a half together.
Okay. So that what I have a clock in front of me. What time would that be? East. I'm an hour behind you.
Yeah, I'm not sure I have enough battery.
I'm like 9:30. I'm 9:30 Eastern Standard Time right here.
I plug my phone in. I'm off today. If you want me to, I can do it.
Okay.
I can. I'd be kind of. I mean, it'd be nice if people called in or something if you wanted to, because I don't really have access.
I can't pick up the phone calls once I leave. Once I leave, I can't pick up the phone calls. So anyone who wants to get in on it now, and I can add you. I can add you right now, and then I gotta go.
If not, because Ronnie.
So that's 775-990-8447. 775-990-8447. If you want to join in with Ronnie and Joseph. And then I gotta go. When you guys still have an hour and a half, you can go.
So Ronnie, how long can you last? How long can you go?
What time is it? I don't have access to
my time here in Central Time, and it's 8:40. 8:45.
Yeah, I could do it. I think.
So that'd be until 10 o'clock Central Time. Is that right?
Yeah, Central. That's what I am too. So.
Oh, you are? I'm calling from Lincoln, Nebraska. Where are you calling from?
Ranger, Texas.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Central. Okay, so you're just south. Okay.
That's groovy,
so
man.
Are we doing this then?
That'd be groovy. I'll just leave it running. Okay. I'll just leave it running. It'll shut off by itself. I live in
Elkhart, Kansas, up there. So I'm pretty close to your country up there. I think my phone.
It'll actually shut off by itself.
I plugged my phone in. My phone's plugged in. I'm using it like a landline.
Okay, I got mine in. Mine's plugged in now. So.
Okay. So we just keep going until 10 o'clock Central.
It'll keep going for like it's an hour and 20 minutes, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, then we just like do kind of like a identification just on our own every now and then.
Oh, you can do whatever you want. This is my own Spreaker thing. So.
Oh, okay. So Spreaker. So this is not.
This is not. Yeah, but they may play it on the network on KTLK, thefringe.fm. Yes, they may play it on there. Yes, so we still need to.
The Fringe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Fringe and Monster Castle Paranormal.
MonsterCastleParanormal.com. And you can also go to our YouTube, our Twitter, go to our website, MonsterCastleParanormal.com, go to our Facebook and Twitter, and like us there. Most importantly, like us on Spreaker.com, because then you'll get an automatic email telling you when we go live.
Okay. Well, everyone, you heard that.
Yeah, it's groovy. Yeah, that's the best way to know. You get the Spreaker app, it's Spreaker podcast app on your phone, and you can get that on your iPhone or your Android. And it is groovy, man. So what you do is just get the Spreaker podcast app on your phone, and then like us or favorite us, Monster Castle Paranormal on Spreaker, and you'll find us there, and you'll get automatic it's so groovy. You'll get automatic email every time we go live.
Auto email. Okay.
Yeah, man.
I hope you're hearing this.
No, you got to spread that out, man. You got to spread that out. It's hard for me to advertise that. It's very hard to advertise that.
Okay, well we can do that, and so that way you can get maybe even take a little nap, maybe if you need to.
I got to go to work.
Okay.
I gotta go to work, buddy.
I hope to hear,
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the feed on, and I'm gonna let you guys take the show. And Ronnie, you have the helm. Okay.
Okay, Ronnie.
Ronnie, you got you are the man right now.
Okay.
I'm following your lead.
Okay,
Ronnie.
so
we'll make you proud.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ronnie.
Make you proud.
Thank you, Michael.
All right. Good night, guys.
Okay, good night. Talk to you behind the scenes later. Get some sleep.
All right, Mike, you go to work, man.
And thank you. Well, Ronnie, I'm following your lead. So what's anything else you found interesting out there?
Actually, I have an unknown caller. Let me take it. Let me take the unknown caller first.
Niggers!
No, that's not a good call.
Who is that guy? Who is that guy?
I don't know, but it should have been bleeped out. I didn't know what that was. I could have done it off. Man, that guy sucked. Oh, he sucked so bad. Joseph?
Yes.
No, we had a bad unknown caller.
You had a what?
A very bad unknown caller. Nasty man.
Ooh.
Oh, he was nasty.
He calls from time to time.
In what way?
I don't think it was Willie. No, that was not Willie. That was somebody worse. Willie wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That was disgusting.
What? Was it racially motivated?
It was racially motivated, definitely.
Okay.
Pissed right off. This is disgusting.
Well, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not scared.
You know what? Whoever it is getting one of these, all right. We gotta give him one. Now I'm mad. Damn it. Why you gotta make me mad? Damn it.
So what's happening in Lincoln, Nebraska?
Die, Yeah. Pig. Die. Sorry.
No, I appreciate your sentiments. Thank you. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
When I get that kind of thing crossed my path, that's the way I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be my reaction. Pig, you fucking die. Sorry, you're an ignorant pig. You should die. Sorry.
Well, trust me. As growing up in Lincoln, Nebraska, I'm used to dealing with racists. I've even been beaten up by one when I was still a pacifist at the time. That was my mistake. But that's since then. Let's say I've revolved on the issue of pacifism, and I discarded such ideals. Let's just put it that way.
Every race has different things happening.
Yeah.
I think the notion of pacifism is silly, because you're going to sit there and plead that your enemies give you your human rights and your civil rights, and you let them. I'm sorry. I think it's a ridiculous notion to be pacifist, quite frankly. But I respect it. I respect it.
I like to get
it's just I don't see when it's basically unilateral disarmament. It's the way I see it. And I am not a pacifist. Trust me. I believe that there are times for armed when you have to protect yourself. And if it's a bigger level, then you have to protect yours. But no, don't make the mistake that because I'm a geek and I'm laughing. As you heard tonight, I have, like I said, I wasn't joking. I have quite the temper, and I have the philosophy to go with it. Now, with that said,
that's Joe. Okay, I'm trying to get Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go to work, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Joe on here.
Oh,
I just thought of something. Okay, I didn't know who that was. But answering this call will put my other call on hold, so I'm trying to add it in, but I can't.
You gotta call off soon. It's 10-2.
I'll just go in.
No, you can't.
What?
No, I don't want you to.
Could be Willie.
Jake.
Joe, wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out this. What the hell? Joe. Oh, man. We gotta find something here. And what am I doing? Now I'm getting... Okay, Joe. What was I doing? Okay, I can't get him on. Damn it. Okay, wait a minute. Hello, are you on? Monster Cats Paranormal. Are you on the air? You are on the air. Hello? Is there somebody there? Ronnie, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay,
and I'm still
that's
here.
Weird, man. I'm answering this call and there's nothing.
Hello?
Hello?
How you doing?
Okay, who is it?
It's Joe.
Alright, that's weird. I just said Joe.
Yeah, well, you hung up on me last time. I had to call back.
Alright.
So...
I'm sorry.
Why don't you add me through Skype to the call?
That's what I'm trying to do. Oh, Joe, I get... that's who I'm at. I'm trying to add you, man.
Through Skype?
Yeah.
Angry Bong.
Okay, what do I type in?
sir. I'll message you right now so you can find me. What account do you want me to message? Wolfman or the MCPR47?
Joe. I got you. I got you, Joe. I got you, buddy. I just added you in on Ronnie line.
Okay.
You got it?
I got it, brother.
All right, groovy.
Hey.
No, yeah, we needed you, man.
Yeah.
The more the better.
So, from what I heard, you guys are having a bit of a dispute over religion.
Hello?
That was earlier. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is Ronnie, did you real quick want to, in case someone, people need reminding what we're talking about and stuff, Ronnie, because you're in control of this, Ronnie. I'm just here with you until.
No.
Oh, I'm in control. That's a dangerous thing.
Really?
I would drive that car right off a cliff. Now, yeah, we were talking. Yeah, we were talking some deep religious stuff there earlier. But he's not on anymore. It's just us now.
Yeah, we're kind of filling in for. He had to go to work actually.
Yeah.
So, what were you talking about before I interrupted?
No, you didn't interrupt at all. Actually, we were kind of hoping for calls. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Ronnie, you mind if I interject, Ronnie?
No, go ahead.
Okay, no, just actually, with Wolfman Michael, I was the guest from the first, his show, and then after that ended, we just kind of, officially ended. We went on, I guess, Spreaker is what we're on mostly, and also I guess Paranormal Castle Radio. On Twitter and whatnot, but we're just kind of continuing on, and we're filling in for Michael so he can go to work. He had changes in his work schedule fairly recently, so we're just kind of filling in for him right now. And one of the things that kind of was a carryover from when I was officially the guest. They're not
going to make all of us
with the show. One of the things we were talking about was religion, and because I'm an atheist, but we also talked about paranormal things like UFOs and things of that nature. Yeah. So that's kind of the gist of what we were talking about.
Yeah, so you're the same guy that was on earlier, right?
No, not me. This is the first time I called today.
Okay. What's your name, sir?
My name's Joe, but I go by the Angry Bong.
The Angry Bot?
Bong, B-O-N-G.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, welcome to what's on your mind?
No, I just called in to, join the conversation, because when I was listening, it sounded pretty heated, and it sounded like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I apologize. I had already apologized for that earlier, and oh God, I'm sorry. I try to do a better job of that, but yeah, over the years, I've been a lecturer or presenter. I was a co-founder of this organization called the Lincoln Secular Humanists here in Lincoln, Nebraska. I was just one. There are other people, younger people than me, that they did such a good job of really first starting it, and I just kind of joined them and helped out and stuff. But anyway, I was talking about my atheism and but other things too. We were also talking about I'm a science fiction author. I have a few paperbacks published, and we talked about that but the heated argument, and we both apologized to each other. I think I forgot the name of the guy. I wish I remember his name. But anyway, and then we both were like, hey, let's just peace out. And so we made our peace with each other. And it's maybe it's just a misunderstanding or something like that. For me, it's almost like I encounter this a lot with some of my lectures at a regional university here in town. I've been doing it for about 10 years now with the organization, then on my own. And also just personally, it seems like I run into people who they just can't deal with the fact that atheists exist. I've had it several times, Ronnie and caller, Angry Bone. I've had it several times where people they would tell me, they had the galls to tell me, "Oh, you're not an atheist." And it's like, really? So you're, and I, I blow up at him, frankly, as in, raising my voice, and nothing physical. I've never gotten a single fight in my life, but I believe in self-defense. And people have actually told me I'm not an atheist. There's this fellow African-American.
I'm not against atheists or agnostics. It's just, I don't understand why they believe in the flat Earth.
Well, you mean people who believe in flat Earth?
Yeah, like the atheist and the agnostics. Flat Earth.
No. Atheist, that has nothing to do with atheism or agnosticism. You said flat Earth. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
No, that's a totally different. No. Actually, if anything, I mean, it's the atheists tend to be secular humanists, which is not kind of the same thing, but that's a long story there. It's basically belief in the separation of church and state. And here in the United States, I'm not sure where you, if you're calling from Canada or United States or where you're calling from, but there's a separation clause, or excuse me, the establishment clause, separation of church and state. But anyway, just a bad accident happened accident happened not far from my house. Anyway, they're okay. I believe separation of church and state. It is constitution in the United States. We tend to believe in the scientific method. You can Google that real quick. Check it out, see what that means. And so atheists and secular humanists in general, I can't see them believing in the Earth being flat. That's because we believe in science, and if it's something that we can't prove, we don't believe in it. That's it in a nutshell of secular humans. So
I
flat
agree,
Earth has nothing to do with
isn't part of the scientific method observation?
Could you say that again, please?
Isn't part of the scientific method observation?
That's one. Yes, absolutely. But also where one is I shouldn't say one. Where it can be reproduced.
When I observe
if it's some kind of experiment,
horizon,
someone else needs to be able to
every day
verify the findings. So it's not. So otherwise, it's just Joe Blow saying,
"Hey."
But
I got a question.
Well,
part of the scientific method is observation, and to do something. If you can do something under the same circumstances time and time again and get the same result, it becomes scientific fact. So if I go stand in the same spot,
basically, yes.
If I go stand in the same spot every day and look at the horizon, no matter how many days I go, the horizon will always look flat. So by the scientific method, that thereby means the Earth is flat. It's scientific fact.
Have you ever flown in a plane, sir?
Yeah.
When you look out the window, and I've flown several times, there is no special effects involved. You actually see the curvature of the Earth. And that's in addition to satellites that we have that's taking pictures. The reason why I didn't want to go into satellites
the way that airplane glass is made in its thickness because of the air pressure and the curvature. Oh, excuse me, just 1 second.
Yeah, and from the altitude up there, the planes, from what they were telling me is that they do not fly straight from point A to point B. There is a slight northward projection to save mileage from point A to point B. I've heard that it's not exactly a straight line, but I think some of the strongest facts that the Earth isn't flat. And those guys have some good arguments, because I've listened to some of their stuff, and man, they do have some good arguments that have made me double think some things, But we've got people. There's several people now that have went across the Antarctic. I mean, they've walked all the way across it, and from sea to sea, and so that,
that's 402-601-8.
And there's ships that have sailed all the way around it. So, I don't know.
I'm trying to take a
Can you guys hear me?
I don't know what they would say.
Yeah. Who is this?
I'm sorry, this is Joseph. My call,
okay.
I don't know what happened.
All right, I got
Go ahead.
you
I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. My call just
I got you back.
I got you back. Keep calling me back on my phone there, Wolfman. I'm on the Skype call now.
I'm glad I got him back. So before I got to go to work, I got to leave you guys.
Oh, I thought you left.
No, I noticed that there was something wrong on the Skype, so I got Joseph back just in time.
Oh my God.
It was my intuition.
Okay, I really feel guilty. But you can stay. This is your show, man. You just sound really tired.
I got you back out of my intuition. I was just about to leave, and something told me to look back, and I noticed that you had dropped, and I got you back on.
Well, I appreciate you doing that.
I don't know how I knew that, but I just knew it.
Cars bumped into each other here. We live in a very busy intersection, but they're okay.
I don't believe in a flat Earth. I believe that the Earth is shaped like a Pringles can.
Are you being for real, or are you making a point? You seriously believe that?
Well, that explains why the magnetic poles work the way they do. Right? Go get a round magnet, see if you can get the magnetic poles to work the way they say they do in the diagram.
Well,
and then go get a cylinder-shaped magnet.
It's because of the Earth's core. That's because of the Earth's core. It's relatively fluid, and because of all the magnetic, it's huge. It's much bigger than the Earth's crust. Because of all that hot molten within the Earth, that's what causes, and the Earth's spinning. So that's what causes the magnetic, amongst some other things. So that's what that's about. The Earth is round, everybody. We have satellite images, plenty of them, and now these days I've noticed that NASA does a good job, and probably other space agencies too. And I'm glad they do this. They actually sometimes they show you the launch on with the cameras on the rocket itself, and you can see it watches the whole time it's broadcasting the rocket as it's going out. It launches and it goes out to the atmosphere, and there's no cut in the footage, and then you can see how the Earth curves. And I say that because if I say something about satellites and some scientific, people just don't even want to pay attention to science because it doesn't tell them what they want to hear. So that's why I try to use plane flights as an anecdote, because most people have flown in planes, and you can unquestionably see that the Earth curves.
Yeah, but again, that's like because of the thickness of the glass they use in airplane windows.
That has nothing to do with this, sir.
Yeah, that's the way it's designed. It's thicker and it acts like a funhouse mirror.
Well, I'm not going to agree with you with something that I know is not scientifically, as well as anecdotally speaking. I know it's not flat, but I'm not going to stop you from believing, because that's just not reality, sir.
Well, I think again, I don't understand how you can't see that if you go up, like, have you ever been up so high that you weren't looking through an airplane window to see that it's not that way?
Well,
the only time you've ever been at elevation like that is looking out.
Here's another thing: when you get closer,
window.
That would be.
Were you ever looking out the pilot's window, or were you just looking out the little side windows?
When the plane lands, how come the Earth doesn't curve then? It looks flat because the closer you are to the surface of a round object, the flatter it looks. Because in relation, since one is small, presumably a planet, it looks flat. Because the Earth doesn't look like it's curving when you're looking out the window, while the plane is still on the taxi ground. Because I'm about to fly in just a few days to Orlando for the Star Wars convention, and I've flown several times throughout the United States. And trust me, the Earth only curves when you're high enough, because you're far enough away from the surface and you see the curvature. That's just anecdotal. I did that on purpose once again, because I know I understand the argument.
Yeah, but that's only when you go north to south, because it's shaped like a Pringles can. It's not that wide that way. But if you go east to west,
we're going circular. I vote. Ronnie, what's your take on this, Ronnie?
You know, I've listened to their arguments and stuff, and I watched some stuff the other day where they seen a balloon up 100,000 feet right to the edge of space, and it does look, you know, I don't know, it looks pretty dead flat from up there, man. It's like you couldn't really see the curvature of it. But then again, I've lived in eastern Kansas, and on a clear day, you could see the Rockies. You could see the top of the mountains, but you couldn't see the whole mountain, you know? So, you know, and I also, you know, living in Wyoming, I've noticed that you can't see the mountain, and you keep heading west, and you'll go over a hill, and it almost looks like you're going down, but yet the mountains are actually taller, and there's snow on them, you know? So to me, that seems like it's round, you know? You know, and I believe it's round. But then again, you know, I got to open enough mind. I'm listening to what these guys are saying, and you know, I'm having to weigh that against what I've seen and know. You know,
the reason you can't see the Rockies like that is that they reflect on the flat ground in front of them, and it makes like an optical illusion where you can only see part of it.
Well, are you with the flat Earth? There's some kind of. There was a guest that Michael had, Wolfman Mike. Sorry, had, and he was some kind of organization that believed that Earth is flat. Are you the same guest?
No.
Are you affiliated with them by chance, sir?
Yeah, you know, there's more and more people go, you know, falling into that. You know, I believe the Earth is round, but I'm not as sure of it as I was. Because a lot of what those guys are saying makes sense. You know, it makes sense.
So the reason they want us to think the Earth is round is because they don't want us to know how easy it is to actually travel around the Earth and how easy we could get from place to place if we really wanted to. They want us to believe everything's really far apart, when in fact everything's really close together. It's all part of the plan, man. It's all part of the plan.
Do you guys subscribe to the notion of science at all? Or is it just because what you see?
Well, as I said, if I go stand in the same spot every day and look at the horizon, it always looks flat. So, you know, by the process of observation and through the process of trial and error, that tells me that it's flat.
Have you ever seen mirages where it looks like there's, you know, water suspended in the air? Or maybe you haven't seen it. That's more of an arid. I don't know where you're calling from. That's more of an arid location of places on Earth. So maybe that's not the best example to use because a lot of people haven't experienced. I'm not sure if I've seen mirage, to be honest with you. But what's different between, like, for instance, and I'll use this as an example. About an hour ago, or probably an hour and a half now, we were talking about being able to see things. It's whether or not you believe just because you see it. It's not just because you see it. It's what's measurable. We don't see atoms with our naked eyes, but the electronic microscope that came out decades ago, that's what helped revolutionize because we're able to see atoms. We're actually able to see, if not the very effects of them, because you can see like IBM. I forgot the story behind this, but if you Google IBM atoms and like scan something like that, you could see where scientists, and I forgot exactly who it was, maybe it was IBM, but they took individual atoms and lined them up to spell IBM. But we're able to see it because of the electronic microscope and probably some newer version of it, I'm guessing, today. We can't see atoms with our naked eyes, but it's still, you're able to see it with the electronic microscope, so therefore it's still measurable. And we see the effects every day. So now that's very different from spirituality, where it's something you believe. You don't see spirits or ghosts or whatever. And people say, well, you don't see atoms, but we're able to take electronic microscope.
Yeah, well, the only reason that we got to see atoms
that's apples to forget about apples.
The Nazis were winning World War II, and God give atoms to the Americans so they could defeat the Axis. So we didn't have a use for atoms before that, so God had never shown them to us before. But once we had a need for them, you know, when there's a need, God will provide. So I don't know what you're talking about.
What religion are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a Baptist.
Okay. Well, I was raised Pentecostal, so I wasn't always an atheist. So Pentecostals are pretty close to Baptists for the most part. Do you believe that baptism is essential for your salvation?
Yes, it's essential, yeah.
What about those Christians who say, and most of the Christians I run into, by the way, sir, most Christians say you do not have to be baptized to, as they see it, to make it to heaven. I've noticed a shift. I'm old enough now to see the difference. Most Christians, and some fairly conservative, they do not believe that baptism is essential for salvation. There's an incongruency there among Christianity.
But
you can't both be right, right?
They don't have to believe that they're not going to go to heaven. So, you know, they can believe what they want. With us?
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, but I'm just saying
because you were
you're free to believe what you want. I'm not trying to make anybody believe or come to my Baptist church. I'm just saying that, you know, if you don't, you're just going to go. You're not going to go to heaven. So that's not you.
So what do you? Can I ask you this?
I'm going to heaven.
What do you say to your Christian brothers
and sisters
be there. Who are Christian just like you, and their faith is just as strong as yours, but they don't believe that you have to be baptized to go to heaven? And I'm telling from anecdote, from practical experience.
Yeah, but okay. I hear what you're saying, but if you want to go from Los Angeles to New York, and you get halfway there, and the road says you got to turn left, and you say, "Well, I want to go to New York, but I'm going to turn, I'm going to turn right." You're not going to go to New York. You're going to go wherever right takes you.
I get your analogy,
but people can do whatever they want. If they don't get baptized, they're not going to heaven.
It's a fair question to ask, especially when you bring things up like this to me. And I'm just asking, what do you personally feel? Because all the Christians I'm running into, I'd say like 90% of them, maybe at least, say that baptism is not essential. I'm talking about Methodists. I'm talking about Episcopalian, and I forgot the other denominations who I talked to. But these are Christians, true and tried Christians, and most of them are saying baptism is not essential. So there's a disconnect within the Christian community about baptism.
I've already answered you.
Well, I mean,
I can't help that those people are lost.
I'll drop it then.
I can't help that those people have been taught wrong, right? You know, I'm not
mind you, from their perspective, they think you're wrong.
To go after that.
From their perspective,
I just know that my Baptist religion is going to allow me to get to heaven because I am baptized. If those people want to come to heaven like me, they should come to a Baptist church and get baptized.
But we are the one true church. Wrong. They will point out certain scriptures, and you know, because trust me, I've talked for hours with a lot of, and some of them will point to scriptures that you know, it kind of sounds like you really don't have to be baptized. So, I mean, they're Christian just like you. You can't both be right. And they think you're wrong to say that.
I'm telling you that we're not both right. I'm right, they're wrong.
Okay,
right?
Well,
that's what I'm telling you.
I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm an atheist. I just wanted to ask you that. Well, what about the issue of sin? Do you believe that once you become born again or whatever, I'm assuming you believe in born again, that you continue in sin? Do you believe that? You're still a sinner? Even after you find Christ, you still sin. You still believe that? Do you subscribe to that?
I believe spirituality and sin are a very personal part of somebody, and it's not proper to discuss your sins in public.
Well, yeah, I'm not asking about you personally. I hope you understand that. But doctrinally speaking,
I will say this: that I've been taught to believe that you cannot make others feel the same way you do. You can only lead by example, and by that example, they will follow you. to the promised land, if you have you will. And, you know, it's not my place to judge anybody for, you know, only the Lord can have judgment. You know what I mean? That's not my place.
Well, I get you, but I was asking about doctrine, though, because I mean, doctrine is a reality. Because after all, we do have the Bible, right?
Life, right, and fight evil when I you know, when I come across it, and you know, I don't mean to be rude, but apparently, evil has come in disguise as you today. And you know, I put on my armor.
That's like saying the leprechaun curse is upon you. Do you understand what I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be insulting. Because I've asked several Christians this, and it's the same people sometimes. Do you understand what an atheist is? And after a while, they finally tell me, I have to admit, I don't understand what an atheist is. And I don't know if you were listening earlier, but my wife and I had a guest at our house, and she was from the New York City area, close to New York City. And so I point that out because, you know, people who live in that area, they kind of, you know, they've been around the block, and they're you know, they're pretty sharp people. I told her I was an atheist, and she was like, oh, you believe in many gods, right? And I was like, no, that's pantheist. I said, I'm atheist. She didn't know the difference. And she didn't misunderstand what I said. She didn't mix up the words. She didn't know the difference. So when that's why I'm at, and I've run into that several times, sir. So that's why I'm asking, and I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just,
in my experience,
I'm just trying to have an honest conversation.
Are usually
do you know what I mean by atheists?
In my experience, from what I've noticed when I come across them, is atheists are usually people from broken homes of poor moral fiber. You know, I don't mean to be offensive, but that's just what I've noticed.
Well, congratulations. You just met one who came from a middle-class black family and educated. That's me. And there are others who did not come. My parents stayed married until my father died 3.5 years ago. I grew up middle class. My mom made a good living at having her own business, and my father works. And I went on. I'm actually in grad school right now. And trust me, we did not live we lived pretty well, actually, compared to other people. Weren't rich, but I'd say lower middle class. So you met your first middle class atheist, okay? Well, not in person. But you, with all due respect, I still haven't heard you say to me what an atheist is. You talked about broken homes and stuff. But do you understand what I mean by atheist? And I'm trying to have an honest conversation.
An atheist to me is somebody that doesn't have the Lord in them, in the love of Jesus Christ. So therefore, they are a hollow, empty human who lack proper empathy and moral bearing or moral compass.
Interesting. Okay, that still didn't describe to me what an atheist is. An atheist is a person who does not subscribe or believe to a notion of a god, any gods, plural. It's just that it's that simple, to be honest with you. I could go on. There's a bunch of history how actually in India it was the precursors to what we call atheists. They had a movement back then, and until you get into the Greeks, where you actually had actual atheists. But anyway, that's not relevant to what we're talking about now. You of course are aware, and I'm not picking on any denomination or religion, okay? But remember the situation with the pedophile scandal within the Catholic Church, and I'm not picking on the Catholic Church at all. And because it happens in Protestant church, trust me, I've heard about it. I grew up Protestant, so it's not just Catholic.
You know, I'm a Baptist, I'm not a Catholic.
But this is my point, caller. This is my point, sir. Those are Christians
heard about it. Yeah.
Who commit these, what you call sin. Those aren't atheists. What about all these people who are having divorces from each other, who are they're both Christians?
They might as well be atheists because they're not Baptists. I don't know why you can't follow this along. If you're not a Baptist,
so they have to be of the right denomination.
Like they're doing it wrong. They're praising the wrong. They're doing it wrong. Like God's not going to let them get up there and say, "Well, you almost had it right. You're in." Right?
You sound like the Pentecostals I grew up with. You know what? My late father, I had to get on him about the way he talked about Baptists. And I'm no disparaging the dead here. And my father was a good father. We disagreed so much on a lot of things, but he worked hard. And my father never took tithing because he understood that. And I actually agree with him on this. Tithing is actually for the Old Testament because you had to be Jewish, you had to be of the Leviticus priesthood, and is the tribe of Levi. Last time I checked, these Christians who are taking tithing, they're not Jewish, they're not of the Leviticus priesthood, and this is not in the Old Testament times. What the hell are they doing taking tithing? You can look it up yourself, do a little research in the Bible. But anyway, my father never took any tithing from people. Now, with that said, I disagree with him. But, okay, so he felt that Baptists were Trinitarians. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. He would say that they believe in three gods. Well, you're Baptist, and you don't believe in three gods, right? You're monotheist, right? You believe in one God,
yeah,
right?
I believe in one God.
Okay, this is what I'm getting at, and I'm to show you that I'm trying to be fair here as an atheist. I would get on my father, A, when I was still in the church, and B, when I became I was atheist, I still used to get on him about it. And he was saying that the Trinitarian viewpoint that I guess most Baptists have, he interpreted as Baptists believing in three gods, not the Trinity. There's a difference. And I would say, Dad, you got to stop saying that. That's not. They don't believe in three gods. You may disagree with them. We would go back and forth with that. And that's me sticking. That's me as an atheist sticking up, trying to make sure people are talking about each other correctly. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm an atheist.
There's only one God.
But I'm trying to show you
even though they refer to the Trinity as the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, I'm quite sure you'll find if you read the Scripture that it states in there that
I've read the Bible for several years.
When they asked Jesus,
thank you.
When they asked Jesus when he'll return, he says, "Only He knows."
Right. I think Luke. It's in Luke and the other. It's not in all the Gospels, or maybe it is, but Luke. I remember it used to stick out in me.
It's in the only one that matters.
The book of Luke. Ronnie, did you want to get in on this or?
No, y'all doing fine, man. I'm just listening. I have heard a lot of it. I've heard a lot of the arguments you're talking about. Where they want to separate the Baptists. The Baptists say there's one God, and they say, well, how do you have the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost? That's three. I've heard that before.
But I mean, that's not the same as saying three gods, though. That's saying the Trinity is they're like different. I believe in being objective as much as possible, and having read the Bible. I used to be a deacon. I said that earlier in my father's church, and yada. And now I'm an atheist now. But saying the Trinity is not the same as saying three gods, because as the Trinity, those who are Trinitarians, they would tell you this: that God the Father. God the Son, God the Holy Ghost, as in Jesus Christ was in formation here. But anyway, there's a difference between Trinity and believing in three gods, because otherwise, Baptists and others who are Trinitarians, they would not be monotheistic. That is to say, they believe in one God. And I'm just saying, people need. I think this in this era of fake news, and I'm saying this as an atheist. I think people should be respectful of other people's views and not deliberately. And I'm not saying you're doing this, sir, at all. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying we have to be careful of how we talk about other people. If we don't know any better, then we should say, well, as I understand it. I don't think we should go around saying things that we know are incorrect. Least of which, you could get sued for libel. In the United States, we're pretty litigious down here. But
the thing about over here is, you don't see the Baptists attacking the Methodists, and you don't see the Methodists declaring, setting bombs at the Catholic Church. It's like
no,
at least,
that's true. You don't, not now.
Let them, freedom of worship.
That's true. I mean, it used to happen in Northern Ireland, but that was more political. It really had nothing to do with religion, quite frankly. That was more about, Northern Ireland.
Are you saying that no people of faith ever get shot at their church in America? I'm pretty sure that Dwayne Ruth guy went into a church and shot a bunch of black people while they were praying.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there was some guys in Milwaukee went into a Sikh temple and shot a bunch of them guys because he thought they were Muslims while they were praying.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that stuff happened.
Or maybe he didn't care that they were Sikh.
Yeah, I go to a non-denominational church over here from time to time, and I have a good buddy that's a preacher there, and he's actually carrying a pistol. He preaches from the pulpit, and he has a pistol on his side.
Just like Jesus.
Well, I mean, is that really much different? I mean, and here's another thing, if I could say this real quick, and this ties in what you're just saying, Ronnie. Here, my wife's cat is opening the door so she can go somewhere else. I remember I was raised Pentecostal, as I told you. And I said this earlier. We were raised in my dad's church is still, they're pacifists because thou shalt not kill. They take that one. I remember, even before I left the church, I remember asking other Christians, hey, are you guys pacifists? Most Christians I talked to, and there were several of them, doctrinally speaking and also personally speaking, most Christians are not pacifists. So, I mean, he had a gun on, to your point, Ronnie, he had a gun. But, I mean, given that most of the Christians I talk to are not pacifists, I mean, I guess that's consistent with most Christians' views. They're not pacifists. So is it really a surprise they have a gun? Are you talking about because he had it in the church, or?
He wears it in the church, and he carries it in the church because we had some threats. There were some threats on the church by some Muslim extremists in our area that they would come into the church and kill everyone.
Well, I can imagine that.
So he armed himself. He was like, "It's not going to happen."
I can imagine that Muslims have to be kind of worried about all the attacks they've been going under, and they're actually having some Muslims.
And those guys,
if the Muslims showed up, they'd be like have assault rifles and stuff, and one preacher with a pistol was sort of, the outgun. I'm just saying.
I don't think he's the only one. I think there's a few in there that actually have guns.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Hey, I mean, just having a gun. I mean, I do believe in self-defense.
Just like Jesus with a.
What's that?
I think Jesus was armed too.
Could you say that?
It's like
a lot of people don't know that.
As far as the Muslims are concerned, we're all Christians. They don't check and see who's went to church and who's not went to church and who's.
Well, no, not all Muslims. No more than all. Not all. Okay.
They just soon kill an atheist.
The KKK, right? They're a Christian organization, which a lot of Christians don't want other people to know that. And by the way, my mom. I told you my parents are from Birmingham, Alabama. My mom was across the street when the 16th Street Baptist Church was bombed by the KKK. I keep getting mixed. There was 3 or 4 black girls that were killed. My mom was across the street when that happened. Okay? This is real. She saw terrorism from Christians, hateful Christians. Now, with that said, just because the KKK is like that, does that mean I'm going to say all Christians are like the KKK? Absolutely not. And I'm speaking as a black atheist. So if I can distinguish the KKK from the majority of Christians, why can't other people distinguish ISIS and Al-Qaeda from the majority of Muslims?
Okay, I get a question. I got to ask. So how many Muslims would you say are bad?
How many Muslims what?
One out of how many? One out of every 10,000?
No, could you say? I couldn't hear you. You said something. I missed what you said.
So what would you? How many? Like what percentage of the Muslims are bad? One out of every 10,000?
Well, I mean, how many percentages of Christians are bad?
Well, we're not talking about Christians.
How do you gauge
that?
How do you gauge that? I mean, remember you got to flip around the other opposite. I don't know how do you quantify who goes around? I guess you have to.
Well, you're the guy saying that none of them are bad. I'm just trying to understand the numbers.
I'm trying to answer your question, sir. If I may, please. I guess the best way you can quantify that is to look at how many people attack. There are approximately 1.8 billion Muslims in the world, and there are approximately 2.1 billion approximately 1.8 Muslims in the world, and approximately 2.1 Christians in the world. And you mean to tell me of all the Christians that are on the earth, and we could just leave it to the United States if you want to. Of all the Christians in the United States, and my mom's bad history that she's experienced across the street when the Klan, and there are a lot of other stories she told me when she grew up in the South, United States South, back in the Jim Crow days. And this is real. My mom experienced this. Okay, I could have easily said all Christians are like KKK Christians, but I don't. I make a distinction. In fact, my wife is even Christian. Okay, so why is it that a lot of Americans like to tie in ISIS and Al Qaeda with the rest of the Muslim population? No more than I would do it as a black atheist. I don't equate all Christians with the KKK.
What's the percentage?
But I don't. You don't know the percentage. And what do you mean by bad anyway? Do you mean just attacks like bombing?
How many of them are radical?
Oh, because they don't like Christians.
How many of them are radical towards the West?
I don't know.
One out of every 10,000. Would that be fair to say?
If you go to the Justice Department,
would one out of every 10,000 be fair to say?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to throw out a number like that because there's no empirical data on that. Okay. You see a few fuckers going around bombing people, and then automatically you're going to just say all Muslims do that.
I'm just trying to. You're the guy saying we don't have to worry about it.
No more than I see a lot of.
You don't even have numbers to back up what you're saying. That's all I'm saying.
I had a lot of problems with white Christians, but yet I don't paint all Christians like them. Just like I can distinguish the Christians from those white racist Christians. I hope
no, you haven't done a very good job of distinguishing from Christians at all. Because I've had to several times tell you in this conversation that how I felt, and then you would keep trying to tell me about other Christians you talk to and making their feelings my argument.
Having a conversation,
and I had to keep bringing you back to my feelings. So you do a pretty good job of grouping everybody together yourself.
You're obviously biased. So I was trying to present another view to you. You're obviously going to be biased. I'm going to be biased, and I'm not going to change. You're not going to change. So there you go.
Muslims suck.
So what's the point of this conversation?
I think you were trying to explain why Muslims didn't suck.
Ronnie, did you want to have anything to add?
No, I think the big difference is, there's good Christians and there's bad Christians, but at least the Christians don't go to heaven for killing people who aren't Christian. So I don't know what to do about this. I know there's more Muslims in the world than anybody else, but I think at some point the rest of them need to step up. I think the Christians, I don't know. But I think if a group of Christians over here started killing people in the name of Christ, I think the other Christians would intervene. And you don't see that with the Muslims.
But you're not really using you're speculating. But I guess under the circumstances, it's okay to speculate. But you know what? I don't see Christians apologizing when Dylan Roof, by the way, the guy, the hate crime guy. And in that church was it North Carolina or South Carolina? I always get those two mixed up. But Dylan Roof was his name. That murderer, that terrorist. He was a terrorist. I don't see Christians apologizing for their fellow Christians when Christians, and some actually do. Like Dylan Roof. But his is race based, but it still was tied in with the Christianity because that was all part of the white nationalism. I don't see Christians coming out.
I agree. They should. I think the Jews should apologize to the world for the killing of Jesus. But we haven't got that either.
Yeah, a good point.
Well, the Romans did. I guess you could say the Romans did their part when one of them speared the side of Jesus Christ and water came out. What about that? I'm sure that helped contribute to his death.
I think he was dead. Really, they were just making sure he was dead.
But that's a different subject. Okay, caller, did you have anything else? Do you want to talk about anything paranormal? Or, hey, while we're at it, is it okay if I do this real quick? Because this is what Michael wanted us to do.
I just want to say that I'm all done.
We got to do this. This is identifier thing.
I had a lot of fun on this call.
Sir, this is the guy who owns the show. I got to do what he asked us to do, sir. You can please like us, the Monster Council Paranormal. Please like us on Spreaker.com. And you like us, you can get automatic email from them. You can hear us on The Fringe. And you can go to Wolfman Mike 47 on Twitter, and you can see where to link up there. Okay, go ahead.
Wolfman's Canadian, right?
Yes, he is. That's right. You know,
he's a Canadian.
Just saying. Think about that. Anyway, bye, everybody.
Hey, take care.
Okay, have a good day, sir. Have a good day. Thank you for calling in. Well, all right.
Wow.
Did you want to see? I personally like to go back. That this is a paranormal podcast, and well, we're now. I guess we're technically speaking, we're at a different level in the show, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I personally, I do like to talk politics and religion. It seems like whenever a lot of people like to latch on when they're so used to not seeing they're not used to seeing atheists or talking to atheists. I guess they just, it's like everything else is forgotten.
It's actually a real treat for them to get to.
They don't pay attention to them as a science fiction author and activists and all this other stuff. They just latch onto that atheist, and boy, that's the only thing they want to talk about. But what about paranormal stuff? Any news or anything you want to share?
There's so much going on out here. I'm one of those guys. I have an encounter. It's the last week of February and about the first week of March. It happens almost annually since the sighting. And I've actually had these. I've got some kind of alien stealth going on in my home, and I've got some pretty good videos of it. And last February, I seen it with my naked eye. Like I said, I was laying here in bed, and my wife was giving the kids their marching orders, and the light was on, and I was tired, and I dozed off briefly, and I woke up, and there was this white cloud of smoke, looked like hovering over the bed, and I thought, I've got teenage girls in my house, so man, it's not uncommon for them to burn something, So the first thing I thought was, oh my God, what are they burning in there? And then all of a sudden, this whole cloud of smoke that covered my king size bed shot off the side of the bed through the wall in a well lit room, and I saw that with my naked eye.
What did were your kids and your wife there at the same time?
They were in the house, but they weren't back here in the bedroom where this thing was at. And this is like the second time the first time we caught it on film, but I did not see it with the naked eye, but I seen it on film. And this is the first time I saw it with the naked eye. And, so what this thing is...
When you say you saw it on film, you mean what happened in your bedroom or excuse me, in your house, or you're talking about somebody else's?
It's in my house. First, we caught it on film in the living room when I was making a UFO video. It showed up. And the video is on YouTube called Man Escapes Alien Abduction with Pictures to Prove It. And in a minute and 31 seconds into that video...
I'm going to look that up. What's the fast way for me to get that? What's a key word I can search?
Man Escapes Alien Abduction. And it will show up right there at the top of the search. All right. And it's a YouTube video that I made several years ago. And at 1:31, the anomaly appears over my left shoulder. And it draws to an intense point and shoots into my head, and then briefly, while I'm talking, you can see it in my open mouth.
Okay, I wrote it down so I can check. I'm going to look that up later. I'm not going to do it now because I'm borrowing my stepson's laptop because mine went out. His is not in best shape either, so I'll look it up a little bit later after the show here. So so you have it up. Do you have a lot of stuff up in your own personal life that we can look up?
I've been like in the Metro News over in the UK. I was in the Italian blasting news here about a month ago, and the way I find out whether I make the news is I have the video on YouTube called Man Escapes Alien Abduction. It's got 800. I think I'm close to 900,000 views on that thing.
Wow.
And
that's amazing.
And I can look at this video, and then in one day I'll have 5,000 views, which is not normal. That is like,
that's
and then
awesome,
once I see that, I can go and try to figure out why I had so many views, and I find out I made the news in Italy, you know. And
I'm definitely going to check that out. I'm going to have to. Have you been a guest for Wolfman? Or,
yeah.
Or you just
called,
call in?
I can't remember what the episode is called. Goblins or something. It's got goblins in the title of it.
Okay, Goblins. So I looked that up too on his other page.
Yeah, I think it was like February 2nd or something like that. I think when I was on there, and we did like 3 hours. You know, so
yeah. Well, we're doing a lot more than that. This is truly a Monster Castle podcast.
I know. Yeah.
I've been
on a long time.
I call in like since 3:00 Central Time, U.S. And I'm still on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's the way it was when I did that show. They didn't tell me they had an after show. And I did like 3 hours on the show, and then I did 3 hours on the after show. So I was up all night long.
Yeah, this would be like 7 hours. I've never done this before in my life.
Those guys. They were having fun. They were so drunk, man. They couldn't even talk. You know, some of them were so drunk, man. They were passing out on the show.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I would imagine.
And God only knows what they were saying before they passed out.
Yeah, one of the times I heard Michael playing a guitar, and he was not completely sober at the time, but he was in the office. He was in clothes, so he was fine, and he still sounded good playing the guitar. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Ronnie? Me, as far as paranormal, because I like to get it back to paranormal. Ultimately, it's great to talk politics and all that, but I like to keep it on the paranormal, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Me personally, I heard some of the audience. A lot of people are probably gone by now, but we probably have new listeners, hopefully. But the closest things that I've had in my life, I would say the closest things to paranormal, which I don't believe they were, but the first one I'll tell you, maybe, but I don't think paranormal. But it's just okay. First one, I explained this when I was first on Michael's show back in January. I'm not going to take long to each one. My brother and I were living out in the edges of Lincoln, Nebraska. It was a lot smaller then, before it started really growing. And it was kind of a development that had a lot of greenery. There weren't a lot of development, and so that's important because we were isolated. And it was a foggy day. We were playing. We were about 10 years old, and it sounded like it was like in the afternoon. It was like a weekend or something, and it was like I don't know, like it was like 10ish in the morning or so, and so it was foggy, but yet the light was distributed evenly because of the fog, and we heard this sound of like footsteps coming towards us.
Yeah.
We didn't see anybody. We looked around and we ran inside the house. Till this day, I have no idea what that was. To this day. And I'm 46 now. I have no idea what that was. I'm glad my brother and I ran in because you never... Now, one could get into... Anyway, that's one, I guess you could say paranormal experience. It's just I don't know what it was. So maybe it wasn't paranormal. The second one, and I said it earlier today, and so I'll just outline it. My first wife and I, years ago, we were driving somewhere here in Lincoln, Nebraska, not far from the airport, and we saw some lights. It was late at night, and she saw it too. We were like, oh, man, what was that? And we drove back home, and just a few minutes later, it was actually fireworks. It was not 4th of July. There was some kind of celebration going on, and I think I remember hearing in the news, oh, yeah, I forgot that event was going on or something. So those are the only two things, the closest things I would say that were paranormal that I experienced. The second one, with the fireworks, that lets you know that you can't just jump to conclusions. The first one with the fog, when my brother and I were only about 10 years old, I was 10, and he was about 9, and no one else was around. You know what? Even from a practical standpoint, let's say if it wasn't something paranormal, what if it were some freak that wanted to kidnap us? So that I would say that's probably the closest thing to a paranormal experience that I've had, and I don't know what it was. I'm not going to jump to a conclusion that it was some ghost or something.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just, I don't know what the hell it was.
I see stuff a lot, and I don't jump to conclusions. It's like I see some bright lights shining down, and I thought, oh my God, it's a big old huge UFO, and then all of a sudden I hear the helicopter propellers. And I know it's a fleet of helicopters coming from Dyess Air Force Base, and for some reason, they all turn their landing lights on. For some reason,
huh?
But my first instinct, because I had seen UFOs, was, oh my God, look at this. And then I heard the helicopter blades. So yeah, sometimes it's disappointing, but the experience I had scared the living hell out of me. And sometimes I'll go a year without seeing anything at all, and then I'm thinking, no, I guess I'll never see anything like that again, and it's almost like it scared the hell out of me, but at the same time I miss it, it's like, oh man, I'm never, never going to see anything like that again,
right? I mean, you'd want to know, look, did I experience this or not? Most people are basically like that, and for me, even as a skeptic, And I remember I saw George Norrie in San Jose, California for the Alien Con from the History Channel, and it was just a few seconds, but I got a chance to tell him what it's something I've always wanted to tell him, because I would listen to him for years, and he was with some fans, and they were taking pictures, and I just saw the chance, and it's like, hey, I listened to you, but I got to let you know that I'm a skeptic. I'm not a debunker, but I'm a skeptic. That's pretty much all I said to him, and he was like, hey, so long as you're open-minded, that's good. I say that because George Norrie, he's such a believer. If anyone's listened to him, most of us, I think, have heard of him. Not Art Bell now. I'm talking about George Norrie. He is very much the believer. And I was expecting him to kind of like, not curse me out, but I thought he would have been kind of frosty with me, but he was pretty cool about it. So I'll give him something for that.
Yeah, even and since I've really seen some stuff, I think it's even made me more skeptical, because now when I see something, I have something to compare it to. So when I see something that's odd,
good point.
I'm like, I'm not sure exactly what it is.
That is an excellent point.
And so it's not like I'm just going overboard and like, and I really question what I see anymore. It's like, now, come on, because I've seen UFOs don't mean everything's a UFO. Well, there's a lot of things out there, and I see a lot of stuff. I don't know what it was, but it certainly wasn't a UFO. It could have been a meteor. It could have been an aircraft would turn its landing lights on and back off. Right. It could have been the sunlight reflecting off a plane that was banking. I see a lot of things I just write off. So it's not like everything is a UFO.
Are you like close or within like the Dallas metro area? Well, actually, it's a metroplex. Dallas and Fort was it?
Yeah, I'm 80 miles. I'm 80 miles west of Fort Worth in Dallas, the metroplex, and our motto here is 80 miles to the metroplex. That's close enough.
Yeah, that's close enough for airplanes, because with the airport there and everything. So, especially when you're in like a big metro area like that, I mean, it could be anything,
Yeah, there are so many. Yeah, because we actually go over there and work, and I'm just amazed at how much stuff is in the air over there, And there's always something moving around out there. But these some of these craft I've seen, they'll stay there, and there'll be a plane coming to them, and then they'll just blink out. And then a plane will pass by, and then they'll just come back on in the same place. Like,
you mean like on the radar, or what do you mean by blink out?
I mean, there'll be a series of lights, and it'd be hovering up in the sky in the same place for a long period of time, and a plane would be coming near it, and it would just all the lights will go out, and I'll be looking at the plane, going, "Oh my God, it's going to collide with it," and then the plane will pass,
keep on flying.
And the plane is just a little ways out of sight, and then all of a sudden the lights will come back on again.
Is it possible that
it could be stuff.
Strobe lights? Are we talking like the Dallas metroplex again, or are you somewhere else?
No, this is off out in rural Texas out here, pretty far away from anything. like that. You know,
I'm just trying to do.
The sky is so clear. I could see planes like 30 miles away. You know,
wow.
And then some of these things will disappear. You know, from darkness. They won't move into the area. They'll just appear, and then they'll just go back out.
Could it be drones? You know, we talked about that before. There are thousands of drones, and now
I'm actually a drone pilot, and I'm an RC pilot. I have RCs, I have drones, and I'm even a rocketeer. I shoot rockets off, and
awesome.
You know, and drones, they're very slow. I mean, they're slow moving, and they look pretty wild looking at night when the lights are flashing and stuff. But it's not something that you're going to be able to see from a mile away. You know, if you're very close to them, you'll be able to see them, and they look pretty wild. But if you're a mile away and you see this thing, you'll be lucky to see it at all. You know,
interesting. Well, I want to say that we have a few minutes left, something like 5 minutes or so. Because then, and once again, if you don't mind me saying this, Ronnie, this is Ronnie and Joe Seth Moore, guest, me, Joe Seth Moore, the science fiction author, guest, and Ronnie, guest as well. We're filling in from Wolfman Mike. We got 5 more minutes, and Mike had those who listen often know that he had a change in his schedule of work. So we're just kind of helping out, you know, trying to help a brother out, you know, in the paranormal world. You can listen to us at Spreaker.com, Spreaker, Spreaker.com, and like us, the Monster Castle Paranormal Radio Spreaker, like it, and you'll get the automatic email, the Fringe, Facebook, and of course Wolfman Mike 47's Twitter page, and you can do that too. I just want to say that real quick. What would you like to wrap up the last few minutes, Ronnie? What would you like to say to the audience?
I would just like to say to them that when you go out at night, you know, keep an eye on the skies, because what I seen was real. You know, it's not made up. It's not fantasy. It's not. I'm not trying to get attention. I've had an ongoing encounter with these things, and I've seen some stuff that would make people. If anybody was there with me, you would automatically, you wouldn't wonder anymore. You would know. So I'm a disclosed human being. I know that they're here. I know they're in our skies, and I know they know we're here. And whether these guys have always been here, whether they're just now getting here, I don't know, but I could tell you what, they left, and they're going to tell somebody else that we're here. And sometimes I feel like I might be. I know how the Native American feels that seen the first wagon train. You know, I can tell everybody what I saw, but I can't make everybody believe what I saw. But like I said, we don't know what's coming. You know how it worked out for the Native Americans. It wouldn't surprise me in a few years if these things just didn't. But every morning when I go outside, I look at the skies, and I'm amazed that the sky's not full of them. And one of these days, I'm afraid I'm going to go outside, and we're going to all know that they're there.
Well, the last
amazing day.
Thank you, Ronnie. The last for me, I'll interject a little bit here too. Once again, I want to apologize for the heated discussion I had with the other guy. We did make peace before he hung up. So we were pretty cool, and I apologize for cursing. And even though it's podcast, I still want to hold a decorum. So I want to be the grown up as much as I can. So I do apologize to anyone who may have heard that. But again, the caller, I don't remember his name. We did make our peace before that. So if you're listening, and I apologize for that. You guys are really cool for listening. For me personally, I am a skeptic. I prefer to focus on that than my atheism. That's about religion. I'm talking about paranormal right now. So I focus on the skepticism. Now, being a skeptic, I'm not a debunker. I do not automatically say these things are not true. Just, do some investigation. If people have some proof, and I've always said Joe Seth Moore for Twitter, go ahead and just, post it to Twitter and show me, just show me what you guys have in terms of the paranormal. I'm a big believer in the scientific method, and if I'm wrong, then I'll say it. I'll say it publicly as loud as I'm saying that I'm a skeptic now. But yeah, and things. So that's where I'm coming from. And it's coming pretty close here. And I personally like to think our buddy Wolfman Mike, and I want to say he's got a full-time job and he does all this. This guy is awesome, and he juggles guests, and we really appreciate him having the open mind to do this. So I really thank Wolfman Mike, as well as Darren, Curtis, and everyone else who called it, even those who I disagree with. So I really appreciate it. So Darren, I got to throw it back to you because Michael left you in charge. What would you like to finish up with?
Joseph, it's been a real pleasure talking to you. I've enjoyed it. And I think that's about it. All we can say now is good night, I guess.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and hang up here. So I'm not sure because I don't have my laptop's not really working the best. So it may just go quiet for just a few seconds, folks. But this is Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. Wolfman Mike 47. He had to go to work, and this is Ronnie and Joseph Moore, tonight's guest. We're just filling in for our buddy. So we're signing out. Thank you very much for all, and talk to you guys later.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Because people are listening to you. People in the chat room want to hear
tonight
this.
because he's suffering.
I know he is.
There's a lot of people listening too.
You can't do a lot of things. You gotta do something so you can feel
I know.
Don't blame him for being
We're starting a new show. We have to do an introduction, Kat. Would you like to do the introduction? Kurt, are you gonna do the introduction or do I have to do it? You're not gonna like my version.
We're gonna come back at you live from Michigan where we import trash from Canada.
Right, yeah. And then what? Okay, everybody's got to do a part of the introduction of this show. We're making it up on the go here. So,
did you reboot?
Yeah, we're on live. We're trying to do an introduction. You gotta do part of it. Come on, Paris. Just sing something or announce the show. Everyone's got to announce.
Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Don't you guys know how to tap dance or anything?
The purpose is the reason she can't.
Anybody can jump up and down.
It's getting in the way.
Oh wow, he's Frankenstein.
That's it. Jump.
The doctor says to
this is crazy.
That's silly. Stop the silliness. Let's get back to the discussion that was supposed to be actually.
Oh, Mike, I wish you were on live with me. You gotta see this.
Shh. Quiet.
I want to it.
What the hell?
Okay. Hello.
All right. Here we go. I think I'm gonna die. That's not.
Wolfman hates.
There is definitely something wrong with this one computer here.
Wolfman, can you hear me?
Fucking piss me off. Yeah, I can. I'm trying to put the songs on, but it's not working. I got an idea.
You hit that B1 or B2 or A1. I can't figure the thing out.
I gotta go to Twitter.
I can't hear you, Kurt.
What?
I muted myself.
Hi, Adam. How are you?
Good, you?
Oh.
Doing just splendid.
Oh, I get
Ain't that special?
This thing. I know what's going on.
4 days off. I have 4 days off. Oh no, I'll be a mess to get back to work after 4 days.
I get it.
Lord.
The Skype was fighting with the Windows app and fucking things up in Skype. Is it better now? As if it's not.
You sound fine. You sound loud and clear.
All right, good. I think I know what it is. That was fucking us up before.
I'm right here.
Are you there? Okay.
Oh no, who's Joe's there too?
Yeah.
How do you know who's there? Yeah. It's all got little periods.
We got a cool group.
A
bunch of mismatched. Cool group.
I heard that.
Now, back to
How come nobody's got their video on?
I'm trying.
I got my video on.
How the fuck do you do that?
You do? I don't see you.
I
got my video on.
I don't have video on mine. I live in the Ozarks.
You don't want to see me. I have one.
I don't have my video. I don't have my video on.
Who's that pretty girl? Oh.
Well, you know what happened?
Whoa,
Video killed the radio
I'm just looking at all the posts in here.
Yes, titties.
This is
I'm sorry I did that.
Who was that?
That was the woman. That's the woman that killed me. That's why I'm dead.
Who's this guy? You guys are nuts, man.
That's the guy I woke up with this morning after drinking a 30-pack.
Shut up.
Mike, your ears must have been buzzing. You know, I was listening to the show, and your girlfriend, she says to Dave, "Can you tell me if you've been seeing any gnomes lately?" And he goes, wait a minute. Somebody put you up to this. She goes, no, I really want to know.
No, he caught onto it? No way. He caught onto it. Oh, my God, he's good.
Your friend Mike put me up.
Oh my! He called it out,
and he was so burned up. He was laughing, and that's it. Once
he knew I did that, didn't he?
he loved that. Even though he says he hates gnomes, he loves it when people make fun of him hating gnomes. You know?
Yeah, but he knew that I did that.
He knew it was you, and he was dreading.
That's awesome, man.
He's hoping that all your favorite teams lose, and he was saying, things really. That he was mad at you, you know?
Yeah. He stole that guest off my archives.
Which guest did he steal from you?
The one tonight, the psychic. He sold her out of my archives.
Oh, wait a minute. Like 2 nights ago?
He stole that guest out of my... Don't you see what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't care if he does that, but I'm sure I don't see any other way how he could have hooked up with her.
Jesus, let's talk about.
He must have been listening to my shows. That's what I'm saying.
He loved her. Listen, she was a big hit tonight. You know?
Yeah, he must have heard her on my show. He must have.
She might be a regular. I wouldn't be surprised if he puts her on once a month.
Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? And she's the only other show she's been on is End of Days Radio, and that's where I got her from because I was on the show with her. With Michael and Daniel.
And he got her from you.
Yeah. I don't know. Either that or End of Days Radio.
Well, she certainly is cute enough, and she's very smart, very well spoken. I got to give her credit. She's for her age, she's very bright.
I think it was Michael that scoped her out originally.
Oh yeah.
From End of Days.
She was good. She was good. I wasn't as
But that's what I try. I try to get guests that I don't get guests on that are on other shows and have been like going around to different. I don't like that. I want to get someone on that's never been on a fucking show.
Right.
And then
you have good instincts. Your instincts are spot on.
Play this.
But also just as interesting or more than any of those other people. And you can find people like that. They're out there waiting to tell people all kinds of wild stuff. We don't have to hear it from all these same ones all the time. It's a bit of work for me. Sometimes I'm up 24 hours.
Oh God, I hope this takes off for you because you could quit your day job and put your whole heart into.
I don't have a day job. I work midnights, so
I know you could quit your night job.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd really love to because then I could broadcast all night long, baby.
Oh, and you would, and you could have all kinds of other people on your station. You know,
I'm the kind of DJ I could go 24/7 and just fucking keep going. I'm doing it. You know what I mean? If I had the time, I would just keep doing it and just keep rocking. And if no one was on, I'll run music.
Yeah, but you need some sponsors. You need some money.
You have to make love in between. You have to every once in a while just stop and make love and then go on.
Anyway, Zach, can you repost please the music? Can you repost your music into Twitter for me, either to at Wolfman Mike 47 or else hashtag 47talk, because I can't play it off from the Skype. It won't work.
Can you play that video I posted? Lucy, please, thank you.
I want to play one of his songs, man. This guy's got music that he brought.
Okay, fine.
He was first.
Sorry.
He brought music, and I'm trying to play it for a long time now.
Great. Sorry.
I really want to get this done because I've been trying to play this music for a long time while we're talking here, and it's starting to irritate me. I really want to play this music.
Which song? Is there one song in particular you want?
Pick the best one that you like the best, your favorite.
Oh, that's hard to do for an
Okay, the one. I don't know. Just there must be a couple, so just pick one of them.
Okay.
Here we go. Sure. I love this one. It's so fun.
The catchiest one that people like right away.
I gotta share this to Twitter.
Okay, what are you looking at, Paris?
I'm gonna share. I was wondering if I send this to you, and if I did, you never mentioned it. What did you think of it? If you send it again.
Sorority Girls from Hell.
Oh yeah, that was really funny.
Oh, you saw that Sorority Girls from Hell?
We played that on the last show.
How funny is that?
It is hilarious, yeah. What's this Runaway... Oh, Runaway Bride. That's one of your songs. Okay.
Yeah, it's a big song. It's pretty popular.
So where are you going to send it? Because I can't play it off the Skype feed. It won't work.
I'm going to send it... Where do you want me to send it to?
I want you to send it to my Twitter.
I'm actually trying to send it right now to Twitter.
Good. That's what I want you to do. Yeah, good.
Okay. I'm on the page right now. Okay. Going to you.
Maybe you should take a shot first and then try.
No, I've had enough.
Florian film.
I know what my limit is.
Oh my lord!
You showed Kurt what you've been. You know, it's not the drinking. Come on, hit that bong again.
6 months ago. No wonder.
Sue Ellen Ewan.
Let Kurt hear your bong.
Just play the.
See that, Kurt? He's not drinking. He's smoking weed, man.
You should have called in by now, Willie, and counteracted all this shit.
Actually, Willie's sitting there enjoying it. He loves it. He says it's awesome.
Willie should have called in by now, though.
No. Because he's enjoying what you were doing earlier.
No,
when certain parts of the show have been radio gold when
he's tending to his penguin barbecue and
exactly
his penguins.
Come on, you're making me hungry.
This is something for your friend that I don't know if he's still on the line. Was talking about the mind control and all this. This woman is the real deal.
Okay, where am I going, Zach? Am I going to 47 Talk, or are you sent?
Which woman is? I'm
gonna have to. Okay, where am I going to? Hashtag 47 Talk, or did you send him straight to at Wolfman Mike 47?
Which woman is the real deal?
I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, the video about the mind control summit. Her name's Lorian Fenton. Actually, she invited me to be on her show on Monday. She asked me if she thinks I have enough to talk about. What do you think?
I think she was hitting on you.
I think you have a lot of content.
Anyway, I'm really excited.
I think it's just this is a fuck this up show.
But I wanted to share her with you so you could.
Father!
I'm going to be doing a marathon listening. I'm going to sleep listening to her archives.
Angela.
Okay, come on. I want to fucking hear one of your songs, Zach. Where did you send them? I've been trying to get one of these songs on for like I don't know how long now, man.
And you know what else is really good?
Press the button.
Now I'm 2:47 into the podcast.
See, the homeless pranks.
12 minutes. Yeah.
Willie.
It's all part of this system. So his situation could be totally
as in a sewer system.
Like
a sewer system. Is that what you mean?
Willie's in her Spreaker chat. He's saying he's loving it.
Yeah, he's smoking a bong too, man.
All right.
He has not responded to me.
I want to hear this.
Okay, I'm on your page on Twitter, Mike.
Okay, now.
Who's that?
I asked you 3 fucking times, man. Now I'm gonna start getting pissed off.
No.
You gotta fuck. There's
Watch
2
out.
is a yes or fucking no answer, right? Did you put it in? No. Did you put it in fucking hashtag 47? And if I repeat myself again, I'm gonna get real nasty.
Right.
I'm gonna get the dungeon keeper. Where is it?
I just sent it.
That's not what I asked you. What I asked you is where are you fucking sending it?
Quiet.
I just posted on your correct page.
Or there will be an electrocution.
Oh, do it.
I just posted on your Twitter
actually,
page.
we may have to electrocute you a little bit anyways, man.
Just do it.
You'll feel
That's
better.
What you do.
It'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
Well, I need it.
Yeah, everyone likes a little bit of electrocution once. Kurt liked it. Yeah, he liked it when Igor electrocuted him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he liked the tingly
If you're drunk enough, you don't even feel it.
Oh, Adam, you're it. dirty old man. You're a dirty old stuttering man. Is all you are.
I gotta read it
You're
again.
drunk enough, you don't even feel it.
That's a stuttering, dirty man, boy. Don't even talk to me. I love you, bro.
Oh yeah, and nobody's calling in for readings, man.
You gotta play.
And we gotta post it. We gotta post it. Hey, everybody, tweet it out somewhere. Call in for readings. Let's do that.
Oh,
you want to do that?
God.
Adam's still here. I'm still here. We can do readings. Well, you got 2 psychics here. We can do readings. I'm in.
That's what's different in my show. We don't do all that crap. It's all
but
fake.
I do. I want to make the excitement. Have call-ins, and we'll do readings live.
Willie.
Fucking right. I'm gonna pick a different song for us this time, Adam.
Willie should call. Nobody's ever done a reading on Willie.
This is Dirty Rotten Taro. We are doing fucking readings.
Willie.
And we'll forcefully do them on you if you don't even fucking like it or not. Because you shouldn't be here and you shouldn't be listening. So now you're gonna get it.
I should leave.
No, actually, your best thing to do is stay now, because people will follow you home, and you will be electrocuted anyway.
No.
So you might as well just stay here and get electrocuted in front of the audience, and at least then someone gets a funny out of it.
And all your psychic, all fake. By the way,
oh yeah,
go ahead
just like that
fake.
Brown wallet, that's on the dresser beside you.
Go ahead
fake.
Shuffle them good and call for everything you say is fake.
Just like that rat that crawled in the corner of your room.
Fake.
Yeah, just like your dog that just bit you in the nuts.
Do this, and I shuffle the cards, and and she gonna do that. All fake.
Oh yeah, fucking right. We make a lot of money off it.
Who's the first victim? Who's gonna get first?
You, Kurt. You're gonna be the first victim. You fucking deserve it. Okay, Adam, let's read this fucker.
No.
Yeah, Kurt, you're getting it now. You don't believe in it? Then you're going to be the one to get the reading, and that way we might hit something. We might hit something, and it might actually change your fucking opinion of our readings. Right, Adam? He's challenging us, Adam.
Stuttering. I want to hear thorough.
Let's read this fucker.
Sentences, no stuttering in my read.
We know him pretty good.
Shuffle the cards.
So.
Go ahead.
I don't need. Adam, do you need cards to read him? I don't.
Oh my Lord, Madame.
Adam, do you need cards to read Kurt? I don't.
I don't
even need cards to read you.
I don't require cards to read anyone.
I know you don't.
Yeah, I love you,
good answer. That was a great answer. That deserves that chime of.
I don't want to be read.
I think it should be from that show. What was it? Where they all say "good answer." You know what I mean?
My girl Madonna, listen to.
What was that show? Shit, Wheel of Fortune or something.
Go ahead.
No.
What is my first card?
Feud.
Pull
That's
it up.
it.
What is it? Just lay it out.
That's
Go
funny.
ahead. What
Good
is
answer.
it? Green, Curtis Eugene, Green Bean. First card.
Trout.
Madonna. I bet Madonna's there.
The first card has a big trout on it. It's sitting there in the fucking pond. And
Shut up.
Yeah, man. It's a trout. It is black. And the fucking thing's black, and there's bugs on it.
Green too.
Yeah, and the green, the water's green.
Oh, okay.
But it is kind of stinky.
Card,
it's like
like
terrible looking shit.
See, I told you.
It's like some dinosaur shit there 1,000 years ago, and it festered. And it turns different colors, and bugs go on it. And then when the trout swam in there, it fucking died of stench.
No.
Okay.
Tell me my card.
That's the card. It looks like that. I'm just describing what it looks like.
No,
that's the card. It's trout. It's called bug trout. Black.
Oh, that was the first. Okay, the second card then.
The first card is the reversed the Chariot card.
Okay.
What this means, which is actually kind of funny considering the situation.
Father.
A lack of control and direction, aggression.
Oh.
This is actually matching what you're doing right here. The chariot is associated with the astrological sign of Cancer. He sits with not the disease, but anyway.
But it doesn't remove the fact that he has a disease.
He sits within a canopy of six-pointed stars representing the celestial influences at work in this tarot card. The crescent moons on the man's shoulders are outward facing to refer to the formative world. The symbol on his tunic are alchemical symbols representing the spiritual transformation of man. The square signifies earth, a sign of strength of will. The laurel and star crown indicate the highest attainment of man in the spiritual evolution. And where is I? Reading the wrong meaning. Wait, no, I'm not. Disregard that. Okay.
Can I play some?
The square the square signifies earth, a sign of strength of will. The laurel and star of the crown indicate the highest attainment of man in spiritual evolution. The wings on the chariot represent inspiration and the Hindu.
Wait a minute. Kurt said he wanted to play something. I just thought of it. You could play the skin flute.
Shut up. Let him continue. You're interrupting him. He's good. Shut up. Shh. Go on.
The wings on the chariot represent inspiration and Hindu sign of the union of positive and negative. The black and white sphinxes have the same meaning. The charioteer holds no reins, just the wand from the magician card. He controls through will. He controls through strength of will in the same way the magician does. The city is behind him, indicating he has turned his back on civilization and materialism in order to speak spiritual matters.
Well,
shut up. Go on now. Go on.
Play this now. Play this.
Okay, nobody else knows how to play the skin flute, Kurt.
Well, I want you to play that right now, because
nobody knows how to play the skin flute. I already told you. You play it yourself. Fuck you.
What's the skin flute? How does that play?
Damn, is he a good fucking nigga?
Don't say that word. Don't say a word. Reject
the skin
that
flute
word.
Plays hard and fast.
Oh man,
skin flute
feels really good. It feels really good when someone plays with my skin flute.
You're bad. You're a bad person.
It is Dirty Rotten Taro. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Bad Wolfman. Come on. Let's go. Come on, let's do some dirty Rotten Taro.
I posted a great thing because why did I even call you? Why did I even call you? It would have been better that now all this is recorded.
No, it's not.
Forgive me, Lord. I didn't mean it.
It's a holographic universe. It doesn't matter. It's all programmed by a computer. You don't have a choice but to listen to me because it's pre-programmed in the mainframe computer that I'm supposed to do this anyway.
Adam don't know what the fuck
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's a program.
And here's another one. That's also actually
tell me
surprisingly accurate for you, Kurt.
I don't know, Adam.
Shut up. Okay, go ahead.
Adam.
The next.
You know what, Adam?
The second card. Silence. The second card is. Is the Six of Wands, or the reversed Six of Wands.
Wands means dick. You know that, eh?
Let him talk.
The reversed card means egotism, disrepute, lack of confidence, and a fall from grace.
Oh God, that means small dick.
Shut up. Y'all dumb on this Thursday or Friday. What day is it?
And that right there is a direct correlation. Your egotism.
I have an ego a little bit.
Does that mean he was eaten? Does that mean he's part alien?
Yes. Our Lord says in the Bible that we're all alien. We don't belong here.
Ego is an alien thing.
Temporary coats. We're in temporary coats. We're all alien to this earth. The Bible says. Shut up.
I'm from the country. I just called in. My name is Recho, and I don't know what that it means. I can't even fucking spell, man.
You're so drunk.
I know. I do different things. I just take that stuff they throw out from the factory. It's blue.
Are you drinking vodka, whiskey, or beer, or what?
No, it's some blue stuff that oozes out of the bins from a factory.
Toilet cleaner.
Oh my Lord, God!
That'll make your teeth shine.
If you have teeth, I have to put my teeth in the morning.
Now, I'm trying to still put a song on by this cousin. It's not telling me where to look for it.
Used to just soap and go, and now I have to put my leg on and my eye in and my teeth in. It take a lot longer to get ready for work. My Lord.
I can imagine.
I do. I have my teeth in with super glue. It's a shame.
With super glue.
Yes, I do.
Anyway, I'll continue on.
Yeah, what were you saying? What shit were you saying? Lies? Go ahead with your third card now. Black magic. What was it?
The second card continued.
Satanic magic.
Second card, so what happened to me?
Mr. Crowley's ghost taught me how to do this.
Shh. He's trying to do the second. Hush! Quiet.
I will just
you.
Quiet now.
Your address.
Go ahead.
With the Six of Wands reversed, you may find yourself doubting your abilities and your potential for success. You may feel negatively about yourself, as if you have failed both yourself and others. You are lacking confidence.
Yes.
And need the support and recognition of others to pick up and give you strength again.
Zach, I can't find the
But
link.
that's like that card is like 8 billion people. Everybody would want that. It's not. Yes, I need that. I need support. Please help me. Give me confidence. But it's not honed down on me only. Everybody needs that. All people on Earth.
I'll tell you something about tarot. When you're giving when you're giving an individual person a tarot reading.
What the fuck is Madonna got to do with tarot? Egypt.
You are using your own intuition to pick out cards that are connected to you and to you alone. Now,
I'm gonna
yes,
play you.
And yes, the cards they can and are in different situations are connected to other people. But in an individual reading, they are for you and only for you.
He speaks the truth.
I really do see that.
Well said, Adam.
I want you, Adam, to rent. Do you have a VCR?
I want to hear Piggy Boy.
Shut up, I'm asking you.
I want to hear Piggy Boy. It is the bottom of the hour, and you are on Dirty Rotten Taro, and we are going to hear Piggy. But no, you be quiet. It is halftime, buddy. You're on break now. Muted.
Oh.
But I'm not muted. Let's rock on with the Mary Janes. Yeah. Piggy, piggy, ball, piggy, piggy, piggy.
My family bought a pig. He wasn't very smart. He wasn't very big. We loved that pig. We sat pig, took care of that pig. We danced around with that pig. We drank beer with that pig. Went to school with that pig. After that pig, sometimes we slept with that pig. Well, he was a piggy. Just like no other.
Take a look at his songs. What else is on? You're gonna have a piggy boy. Piggy boy. Yeah, tell me where the fuck am I? Tell me home. You know what? I kind of really need to talk to Zach right now. Can you let me talk to Zach for a sec, please? I'm trying to put his music on and I can't find it in Twitter. And this keeps going on for a long time. I really need to get to the bottom of this. Can I put one of your fucking songs on, please, man? Zach, are you there? Where did you post them? I can't find it. Damn. I asked you to put it in hashtag 47. All you have to do is attach hashtag 47talk to whatever you're tweeting, and then I'll find it. Oh, that's what we do on this show. If you want to go to post on Twitter, that's where our chat room is. Again. Okay. I should say this more often, I guess. I take it for granted that everyone knows. Okay, here we go. I'll give you the whole rundown. I have to do this. Okay? Welcome to the Monster Castle. This is where all the real freaks hang out. Listen on iTunes Radio, TuneIn Radio, TopStream Live. Just search for Fringe FM. Call into the show on Skype at WolfmanLife47 or 775-990-8447. And visit our website, follow us on the links, visit Spreaker.com and follow WolfmanLife47 for automatic emails informing you that we have gone live. Join our Twitter chat room, hashtag 47. Join us, I'll repeat that. Join our Twitter chat room, hashtag 47talk. If nobody's used to Twitter, it's really easy. Whenever you tweet something, you just attach, you put a space, and then put hashtag 47talk, and make sure you put a space after it, and then it becomes a zone that is like a chat room zone that all the tweets go that everybody can talk to each other that's listening to the show. For live interaction, music by Shylock and Relic, Adam Shadow, Monster Rock Band. All material on the show cannot be distributed or sold without written permission from Igor. I'm working on a theme song for your show and Adam's as well. This is the third green hour you're listening to. This is a Monster Castle production, but we all know the premiere. In any hope of this show actually making it anywhere because Kurt's probably fucking Turk again. And, okay, is that good? This is a Monster Castle production, but we have no affiliation with Kurt Green for being drunk on the show and saying very strange things. And Bible thumping. And driving you crazy, eating enchiladas in front of the microphone. Okay, anyway. No, I'll do a good one. I'm teasing you. I will do a good one, and it will be fitting. But no, not unless you agree to take my fucking guest that I'm offering you. He's getting really insulted that you're not allowing him to be on the show. Oh. No, you're fucking taking him now. Don't be a fucking wussball. You're taking a guest. He's okay. Look at it like a co-host, like a wife. That's what I'm giving you. And it is perfect. It is a perfect match. Yes, and you're taking him under your wing, and you're gonna let him fucking do his shit. And you can tell him to shut up whenever you want. He's your bitch. He's gonna be your bitch. I'm kidding about that. It's a historian. And he knows about JFK, he knows about the Bible, I'm giving you an expert, so all this shit you say, he's gonna be able to tell you the actual fucking shit. No, you need him. You can't do it without him. You have to have the expert there. Okay. Alright, so you take the reins, and I'll play the part of the historian. And you'll see how it'll work. Oh, hashtag. Oh my god, we're still doing this? Holy fuck. Oh, I don't know, it's... I want to give you... something else to take away the bed. This time, you want to get this. I have something special for you. Take this! How about this? You're not gonna electrocute me, I'm sorry. You're lucky that I give you one more chance to come back. I have to reboot my compressor. And I will electrocute you if you don't give Wolfman the song. It's not the bad. I said it was hashtag 47talk. Kurt, can you please help him, because I am going to electrocute. I will electrocute him. He's making me very angry. I'm going to believe you calm him down and make him learn how to do 47talk. Hashtag. If you can't calm him down, I will come back and electrocute. I will be back in a minute. I'm not fucking around. Holy shit, man. That Igor is pretty pissed, man. Igor is pissed. I'm not talking about that. I'm trying to tell you, explain to him how to do it. Well, what's funnier is when another drunk guy is trying to explain it to him. I think everybody better get drunk and can't stand the rest of this show. You gotta join them. I'm gonna go crazy because I can't find the fucking song, Zach. Alright, I'll do it my own way because I'm not finding any help from him. Wolfman Mike on Twitter, here we go. I'm going to go to Wolfman Mike on Twitter. You said you put it on my page and it should be here. His music. All I see. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's my show. There's nothing of Zach's here. There's nothing. I can't find anything you sent me, Zach. Nothing. Damn it, Zach. I can't find it, man. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. Oh, you know what? He probably had computer trouble. I don't know. He probably entered into another dimension and aliens took him. They're gonna take his body and rebuild it. Do you know that really happens? I'm not kidding. I just met a guy today. and he was abducted, and he was 61 years old, and his eyesight's perfect now. He had worn glasses since he was 10 years old. You're acting like I just said someone peed on a potty. I'm telling you some fucking cool shit, Kurt. What the fuck? I already said the story. That's it. He's 61 years old. Okay, I can tell a little bit more. He said he thought it was a spider bite, and he got really sick from a spider bite. But then when he got in the doctor, and then he had a headache, that's right. And then he went to the doctor. The doctor said, it's your eyeglasses. You don't need them anymore. Because when he tested his eyes, he found he was 20/20 fucking vision. And he had... It's just impossible, man. That doesn't happen. That doesn't fucking happen. You understand what I'm saying? What the fuck? Is there an electrocution or what? I don't even hear it. Oh, shit. No wonder. We weren't hearing the electrocution. I was wondering why I didn't hear it. The audience was hearing it, but we were not. You were being electrocuted for a very long time. I think so. Let's check it out. Oh, man. And then I looked and I had something turned off. That's funny. I think it's already done, dude. It's too bad you weren't screaming during...
Oh, boy.
Did that feel really good?
No, they couldn't hear that either. Scream again. Scream, bitch.
Oh, Jesus. I say Jesus during it. And oh, my Lord. My Lord, Father,
yes,
Son,
Jesus Christ, you said Jesus.
Yes, Father, Son, Holy Ghost during it. Yes. Give me all. There is power.
You know what? When there's white noise like that was a pretty good experiment. And what that did, the white noise from that sound is a perfect avenue for spirits to talk to you through that noise. And Willie was hearing voices when that electrocution sound was going on.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's pretty cool,
Father,
man.
Son, Holy Ghost.
That is pretty cool.
Father, Son,
and I did it by accident.
Willie.
Just like the old days, Willie, I did it by accident. I fucked up. It's bad.
Willie.
It was a poor production. But it was cool.
Poor Willie.
I think I'm getting too tired for this.
You are.
I'm going to shut down in 15 minutes because it's going to be 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of pooped here.
Yeah.
I go on forever because I have 4 days off.
Yeah, one time you and I, we got right fucking drunk, and then we did the morning news. Remember that?
No.
I have a recording of it. You want to hear it?
No, I don't.
I remember listening to that in the morning.
Please delete that.
I'm going to play it for you. I'm going to play it for you, Chris.
Please.
No, I'm going to play it for you.
You have to delete everything.
Is it just you and Adam on here now? We got a whole line open that if anyone wants to call in. We're only going to be on for another maybe 15 minutes.
Willie,
so it's 775-990-8447. I said it before.
Call in, Willie. Now,
call in the show on Skype at Wolfman 947 or 775-990-8447. Yeah.
Willie. that. Well, Matt.
All material on the show cannot be distributed or sold without written permission from Igor.
Why he not? He probably drunk or something. Don't want to talk. I don't know. He gave a terrible thing about washing his ass.
I hope he didn't get upset because we're just having fun here, right? I was trying to cheer him up, right?
Well, he lived in a trailer and have a swamp cooler and give him a cat.
Too hard, Pet, and I may have to drag you down to the dungeon for a while for punishment.
Penguin barbecue. He's out tending to the penguin barbecue. Poor thing. Oh, Willie, my brother. You got to delete this show. Make sure to. Don't ever.
Oh yeah. We got friends in low places, man. Don't you fucking threaten me. We got all kinds of friends in low places, man.
Don't play it again.
I put my little furry friends right down my pants, right in the front. Yep.
You all Canadian thugs. You're so mean. Wish you in America.
You know what? No, we're not mean. I'm just silly, like Monty Python humor. I'm not even fucking serious, dude. You can't take me seriously. Are you really?
Dude, I'm playing, dude.
When you get an aggressive conversation, even yelling and screaming, that's entertainment. I do it for entertainment. I'm not really mad at you at all. It's just, it's an act. It's completely an act. Anyway,
you're a mess.
You know what? I'll tell you what an evil person is. I'm going to read this to you, and this is from the chat room of the bitch I fucking trolled today.
Don't, please. Let's not go there. Let's not. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let's move on. Let's not do that.
Yeah, I don't want to fight with her anymore because she's going to lose.
Shh. Let's play music. I want to play
porno music.
No. Play this, please. Oh, play that.
Oh, she did the same old fucking threat back again. Like, remember she threatened my show before? Said that she was gonna have hackers do stuff to it. That's the same fucking bullshit threat she did last time. She did nothing.
You sober up.
She doesn't hold up on her threats, Kurt. She's all talk and no action. Manipulative fucking bitch.
She's like a vibrator without a battery.
Too.
Adam, hush. Quit thinking nasty. Adam has his legs in the air all day.
Just can't stand idiots like her. Trying to do something. She's got some little bit of talent with the board, but she's a fucking idiot when it comes to artistry and production.
Stop now. Stop saying things while you're drunk.
Oh, I'm not drunk. I'm telling you the truth. As a person that knows how to do it, to a person that's a fucking loser.
Stop. Don't say things like that right now.
I don't give a fuck. She says worse things about me.
Just don't say nothing right now while you're...
All right, okay. Wait a minute. Okay, Adam, do you got any more dirty jokes? Let's take our mind off this.
Oh, God. Your mama's so ugly, I threw a boomerang and it said, no, I ain't coming back. I can't.
Oh, you had better ones than that. Come on, man.
Your mama's so ugly. Your mama's so fat. She walked down the street and, hey, Kool-Aid.
That was good, actually. It depends on what colored dress she was wearing, right? If it was like a bright purple one, like that was definitely
It could have been gray
or red.
cherry.
Yeah, a red dress.
Then cherry.
A big round red ball coming at you. Hey, everyone listening, when you see a fat lady, a really fat one, in the crowd, and she's walking, and she's got a big fat red. It looks like a red fucking Christmas tree light bulb or something. And she's trying to walk, and that's when you yell that. You say, "Hey, Kool-Aid!
Hey, Kool-Aid! Hey, Kool-Aid!" And she
maybe not.
Punch through everything.
Maybe not. That's a bad idea.
Yeah. Your mama's so fat. Your mama's so fat. When she play hopscotch.
I got a thought for you that's funny. It's not a joke.
I didn't get through with my joke.
Oh, sorry. Keep going. I thought it was Hey Kool-Aid.
No. Go ahead. I'm going to tell you a good joke, but no.
Oh, you have another one. Go ahead. It's your stage, man. You know what? This is your show from here on. I'm getting the fuck off it.
No, not my show.
It's the Kurt Green show now.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kurt Green show.
A man and a woman meet in an elevator.
Now, okay, if you want to do my
Where are you headed?
Yeah, we're doing your show now.
Okay, here's Arizona.
Wait a minute. We need a theme or an intro for the Kurt Green show.
Titanic. A follow-up on Titanic from my show Sunday night on April 10th.
I'm going to find an intro for you real quick here. Hang on.
Okay. Yes, I have.
We're still on the other show until I find the intro.
Oh, okay. Well, your mom was so fat, she threw a...
Mama talking to me, try to tell me how to live.
When your mama threw a boomerang and it refuses to come back, you know something wrong.
Mama, she disowned me because I wear my sister's clothes. Caught me in the bathroom with a pair of pantyhose.
Can I say my joke?
I think that's a good theme for Kurt's show, eh?
Mama talking to me, trying to tell me how to live. I don't listen to her because my head is like a sieve.
There you go. Okay, now you are listening to the Kurt Green show. This is the Kurt Green show. All right, yeah, man. This is the Kurt Green show.
Hour.
All right, it's the Kurt Green hour. But that's not really your intro because you also need to have a few other things that go in there.
Is this live or is this?
Oh yeah,
live?
it's Memorex.
Oh.
Don't you remember that stuff? I just use Memorex now.
Memorex, yeah.
I went back to the old way of doing it.
I remember that commercial.
Yeah, man.
So we're not on live right now, right?
Oh yeah. You're on live.
We are?
Yeah,
We're live?
and here's your actual intro.
God.
This is the intro I would actually use for your show, okay? And I'm not joking around. Here, this is what I'd actually use right here. Shh, I'm doing a fucking intro. Shut up, stop moving. And then it's your show.
I saw lights, and they were spinning. Wheels in the sky.
Hello?
Shit, intro's not done yet, dummy.
One source they could have. Wheels in the sky. Wheels in the
One source.
You come in near the end of it and say hello after I introduce you.
Okay.
Chapter 1, wheels in the sky, and nothing else.
Alright, this is the Kurt Green Hour, and this is the man, Kurt Green himself.
Hello, how do you do? I'm Kurt Green. Yes. Wheels in the Sky, Ezekiel chapter 1. I want to follow up. I want to do this Sunday night, a new time, 6 p.m. Arizona time, Sunday. We will have Kurt Green Hour. Give you a little taste of what will be the night. Do you know Titanic? And it was a what? Titanic last week. You know Titanic? They have never gotten the sinking right when they do the. When they show how it sunk.
Wait a minute.
And that it. Shut up.
I did the intro wrong. Can we do it again?
Fine. Can I continue? Can you shut up?
Yeah, sorry, man.
I
wanted to throw something else in there.
Bad man. He's a bad man. But that, when the Titanic broke,
they forgot to clap for you. That's what happened. Yeah, fuckers. You clap. Kurt Green's here. Come on, shut up. Kurt Green's talking. Fuck off. All right, Kurt Green now. All right, go.
Never mind about that. Okay. It bent. Titanic bent from the top. It did not break in half clean. That thing was bending. No wonder. You look at the bottom, they're broken in half, and they're both bent. Though every portrayal of how Titanic broke in half is wrong. It said it had a clean break. That thing was bending from the top. God damn it. In Jesus' name. That's how. Every portrayal, even James Cameron got it
Do you
wrong.
think the spiders and rats and stuff died too? Or did they swim up?
Yes. 2 dogs survived. There were about 8 dogs.
What about penguins?
There were no penguins. Shut up. Shut up. Arizona, another thing. Where I live, Arizona, 1912. And Arizona became a state 1912. February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Say goodnight to Adam. He's leaving.
Bye, Adam.
Good night.
Thank you, Adam.
Bye, Adam.
You were awesome tonight, man.
My brother.
Thank you very much for
I
coming
don't
on.
need to make fun of your stutter.
Don't forget, we're going to have
sorry.
Adam. Adam's got a new show too, eh?
What causes stuttering?
This is going to be oh man, Adam's got an awesome show. He's gonna wait a minute. Adam's leaving, and I'm introducing his new show. It's starting Monday at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Listen to me, Kurt.
Huh?
I'm talking about Adam's show. It's starting. It's called the Adam Shadow Dasawatu Psionic Reading Show, and it's starting on Monday at 8 to 9. That's Eastern time, mine. Okay, and it's weekly. It's Monday to Friday every week.
That's cool.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say. I was trying to say that. He kept interrupting me again.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I do it to you too on purpose.
You're angry. You're angry, man. You don't like me.
No, I think it's funny when we fight a little bit. It's entertaining. I do it on purpose.
You're Canadian. I'm American. I will always.
That's just my sense of humor, man.
I will win always. No, but 58 Titanic and 97 Titanic. Those movies, my girl. Yeah, Arizona, 1912 became a state, and then Titanic sunk in 1912. Make you wonder. We became a state on Valentine's Day, the day Eva Hart died, and then 2 months later, the same 14th, 2 months to the Titanic sunk. So there's something there about Arizona 1912, and even me being here telling you this from 1912. I want to tell you, but that's about all I have to say right now. But
so that's going to be the topic on your next show?
Yeah,
cool.
But comedy. They're going to be comedy. I want to play.
Are you going to have clowns?
Huh?
Clowns and making balloons and stuff and
no.
Do they?
I want to play like.
Can you get a hypnotist that makes people do balloon art and believe that it's a vagina?
Oh. No, I want to play this. You want to hear this right now? I'll play this. Me as a little boy. You want to hear?
No, I want to know if you can get hypnotists on that make balloon-shaped things and make people hypnotized into thinking that balloon thing is their vagina, even though they're men.
No, can't do that.
That'd be funny, though.
I want to play my Mammy and Papa. My Papa is singing Amazing Grace, and then I want to play me as a little child.
Dude, I can't believe you can still keep a train of thought after what I just said.
What?
I was trying to fuck you up so you forget what you're talking about. It didn't work on you. You kept going.
Here's me at 5 years old. You want to hear me at 5 years old?
Yes, in him and in him alone.
Here's me at 5 years old.
Do him not. Do you? Okay.
You must love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your
that you, man?
And with all your mind.
Kurt, is that you?
You must love
It's me, 5 years old.
I thought so. That's you.
as much
That's wicked.
as
Awesome,
you
man.
love yourself.
Kurt's
Do
playing a clip of
this
himself
and
and
you
little boy.
shall live. This is Curtis Green.
No, here's me in high
That's
school.
fucking awesome, man. That's got to be your intro, part of your intro. We got to use that into your intro. We got to put that in the intro of the show with the wheels in the sky, and I can use that. I'll do something with it. You got to send me that.
Do this.
That's awesome, man. Fantastic. Well done, man. Well done, Kurt. I like that. I can't believe you got that. You still have a recording of yourself when you were that little. What did they record it on? Kurt? Are you there? What did they record it on? Oh man, something's going on. What? It ended. It fucking ended somehow. What the fuck? No shit. Everything ended. I guess that's it. Weird. Right on the hour. Really weird. No, is it still going? Oh yeah, it's still going. I just can't hear anybody. That's all that's going on. Kurt's gone.
Childhood brainwashed. Indoctrination. And he probably was taught how to do that by someone that knew how to work with electrocution on his head. If he said the wrong thing, he would be electrocuted. You have to do it properly. Where did he go? I think he was gone. Maybe we should go away. I don't know what happened. This has been the Card Green Hour. He has mysteriously disappeared.
Round, and those creatures. It was just wheels in the sky. Wheels within wheels.
I believe in God because if I don't, my parents would take away my inheritance and beat me and electrocute me. Indoctrination.
One source that could have wheels of the sky. Wheels of the sky.
Yes.
Wheels of the sky. Period. Ezekiel chapter 1. Wheels of the sky. And that's that.
All characters appearing in the show are fictitious and cannot be ridiculed in any way, shape, or form without proper permission from God Himself. Thank you. Everybody left.
Go and then just say, I gotta go, I'm tired.
I think we're back on, guys. That was it.
Okay.
That wasn't much of a pause.
Welcome back.
I rebooted, so everyone just keep on what you're listening on, and you might have to refresh your pages. So,
Paisley, do you ever wish you were a medium instead of?
Well, right now mediums are popular because of Teresa Caputo and her TV show, and there's a lot of Canadian psychics that have their own TV show. Colette Baron Reed and that woman from Calgary or Edmonton, I forget her name. But I wish I could develop that. But you know what? I feel really, really grateful and blessed to be able to do what I do. So.
Joe.
It's like some of us are wishing they had.
Are we live?
Are you kidding me, Wolfman? You literally had ghost block, but you're going to lose a lot of credibility. Leg Master gobble you up in one fucking bite. I'm calling you out, my friend. You were scared of the girl from Texas. Well, I sure wouldn't be sitting there admiring the rippling, listening of the fucking marsupial. She was hairier than this ass punch.
Can you dig it, baby?
What in the world are you?
back of your mind that you forgot because you've locked yourself out of this part of your mind. And now it will become unlocked. And we're back. I think we're back.
Excellent.
Excelente.
That was
fun.
fun.
Good, Adam. You're still here.
Yep, still awake.
Hey.
I was asking Paisley about being a medium versus being a psychometrist. Have you ever done mediumship at all? Have you ever had anything like that come through?
Yes. The first time that I did psychometry, I saw, like, the teacher gave me a stick pin to hold, like, an old-fashioned piece of jewelry that you wear on your lapel. They don't wear them anymore. And I saw specific spelling of this woman's name, which was a really unique name, like, that nobody spells their name that way. And I saw what she was wearing. Like, the reading was, like, all about this woman. So I feel like I downloaded the information. But sometimes I get messages from Spirit, but I just don't get the messages for the whole hour. So I'll give you an example. There was an Italian man that came, and he was a little bit of a skeptic. And he came to have a reading, and I think I held, like, his belt buckle or something. And I started talking to him. And he was like, "Do you know my mother?" I'm like, "No, I don't even know your last name. Like, all I know is you came here for a reading, and I'm just giving you what I got." And he said, "Okay, well, do you have a message for me from Spirit?" So I closed my eyes and I held the item he gave me, and I started laughing. And he said, "What's going on?" I said, "Well, she's not saying anything." I said, "But there's this short woman, and she's telling me to take my hand and slap you upside the back of the head a couple times." And he started bawling. He started crying, this big, huge guy. And he said, "Yep." He goes, "That's exactly what she would do if she knew I was sitting here."
Wow.
He said she used to hit me on the back of the head, like, not to hurt me, but just like a love tap, like,
right.
You know, like you smack someone in the head. And I said, "She doesn't have a message." And he said, "No, you already gave me the message." Like, he totally understood what the message was from her.
So at times you are a medium.
Yes, but I don't advertise myself as a medium because
you can't count
mediums do, like, platform work where they'll go up on stage and then they'll, you know, like Teresa Caputo, she's a medium. She's like, "Oh, I've got your aunt here, and she's telling me this and telling me that, and this is how she died." And, like, she is like, she does mediumship, like, just clean and pure, and boom, there it is.
Do you think you could develop that, though?
Oh, for sure. But I'm happy with the gifts that I already have. Like, not everybody's different, and not everybody does what I do.
Right.
Like, not everybody can hang on to a set of keys or a watch and get information.
Yeah.
I read photographs that are inside sealed envelopes.
Yeah, that's like Autumn. She can take a photograph, and then all of a sudden she'll receive messages from the people in the photograph.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's beautiful. I'm really passionate about it.
Is Yuck still there?
Yeah,
No,
man. Hey, I'm still here. Yeah.
Oh, you're still there. Good.
Yep, we're still over here.
I got other callers too that are wanting to call in. I'm gonna try to get a hold of one here, I think.
Hey, man, I can.
How are you doing, Mike? Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay, good.
I just had to do a bunch of things that transferring renewing the feed basically from Spreaker.
Wolfman.
So we did pretty good though. The transition was awesome, and I think everyone in the chat room has found their way back to the new show. So anyway, I'm trying to add this call.
Don't forget about Adam's Shadow. He still wants his reading.
That I do.
Okay, go ahead. do that one while I'm trying to connect here.
Adam, do you have any kind of question or at all that you wanted me to focus on when I look at your birthday?
I think I screwed right up.
I
know what I gotta do.
The path that I'm taking right now with focusing a lot more on music than on books. Is that a more suitable path?
Okay, so were you journaling and like writing books, writing information?
Yeah. I've written a manual sorts that teaches psychic abilities and whatnot, and I've also written a couple of fiction books.
And are your books selling?
Right now the only book that's selling is Path of the Scion. The book that teaches psychic abilities.
Mm-hmm. I think for you, writing and music and art.
Oh yes.
You're very good with your hands. Is that correct? Like you can fix things and yeah. So, for example, if you started to do something like pottery,
Paisley, are you here?
Go ahead.
Are you here?
I'm here.
Where was everybody else? Yes,
we're here.
Thank you.
We're back. I was just trying to add you and Yuck together, and I for some reason can't. So I got you guys back on.
Yeah, we were just talking.
All right, cool.
We were talking about life and the things that need to be done to do the things that we are here for.
Okay. Hang tight. Let's let Adam finish his reading, and then we'll get back.
So, Adam, like, for example, if you worked with something like pottery or stained glass or some kind of element that's an earth element. So, for example, stained glass is metal and glass. Like, so those are organic things, and pottery is earth. So you're very good, and wood. Like, you'd be really good working with your hands. So you'd be good with like fixing things or building things or inventing things or making things better.
That's actually, it's interesting you said inventing things, as Darren knows. I have invented something quite incredible, though at the moment I don't have the funds to actually build it yet.
But you're good at partnering with people. So if you partner with somebody who raises the money so that you can just make it, and they produce it, or they fund it, or they get the patents for it, or they just partner with other people, because you don't have to be good at everything you do. You just have to do what you're good at and partner with people.
Yes.
Because you work very well in collaboration with others.
I do.
Are we talking about Zach still?
We're talking about Adam.
Adam, what happened to Zach? We were talking to him and he disappeared. What happened to him?
I'm still here. I'm listening.
Oh.
I'm still here. I'm listening. I'm a good listener.
All right. I was talking to you, and then we got into another conversation with Adam. Perfect. We're reading Adam now.
Well, what happened? Okay. Yeah. Sorry. What happened was.
Do you have more information for Adam?
Don't know. We don't know his birthday yet.
There's a lot of energy going on with Adam. What are you doing, Adam? What's all this energy going on with you? You have a lot of energy. What's going on? What are you doing right now?
I'm.
Don't say it.
I am.
What do you think, Curtis?
Adam is so dirty. He'll say something just bad. I have my legs in the air and having fun.
Not.
I don't know.
He's into psionics.
I'm sorry. Just be careful. Oh, shut up, Kurt.
I'm focusing on my energy system and strengthening it, and in the process that increases the amount of energy I send out.
Awesome. I'm so sorry, Adam. You're such a dirty man. Normally, I'd have thought you would have come up with a good one. But that was good. That was great, bro.
You know, it's kind of funny that most people think my name is Adam when I say it.
Say that one again.
Adam. What?
Adam. It is similar.
Adam. Everybody calls me Adam. Like I'm a girl.
No.
Wait a minute. Okay, that's Autumn.
Oh, instead of Autumn, Adam. Yeah. They don't do the
Yeah, everybody thinks my name is Adam. Like, it's kind of weird. I'm like, no, it's Autumn. Like, why would you think that?
Yeah. You should give him a good smack. I'd say a bonk is in order. Like,
for who?
Well, whoever calls her Adam.
A lot of people, it's really weird. Or Amber.
Yep.
I think it's just their slang just quick. Today we just say things too quick instead of pronouncing the ah. Hi, Autumn and Adam. You know what I mean? Probably not meaning to, but just everything quicker than
You're saying it's just laziness?
Yeah, I'm not pronouncing the U. People don't pronounce the U. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
Still deserving of a bonk.
Adam, do you have a reading for Paisley still?
I do, yeah.
Are we ready for that, Wolfman?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'll try to get a hold of this other caller, too, in the meantime.
Perfect.
What did you decide, man?
You ready for this, Paisley?
I'm so ready.
Awesome. The first card is the page of coins, and the page of coins means that there is good news in economic terms. A person who brings us good news is the meaning of the card. The next card is the three of coins, which is a positive card heralding a happy life, sound business dealings, good situations all around, excellent overall situation for reading, self-gratification. The third card it is the Queen of Swords. And that one is the Queen of Swords. A woman to be taken as a role model and whose advice should be heeded if we want to improve our situation. A loyal and competitive woman.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. The next card from that one is a reversed Four of Swords, and that one is meaning of the first one is abandon or an obsession, and the card that joins all these together is the Ace of Coins, and that one is realization of desires, happiness, and even euphoria, an extremely positive card, especially from an economic point of view, but not only. And so what I'm getting from all of this is that
all right. Ignore that.
Finding that the life is treating you very well, and that that there's clearly some rather good things happening in the horizon for you. But